I didn't realize we were starting.
You just talk, John. Like, okay. The first thing they heard is I didn't realize we were starting. All right, let's get. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wrestling Rundown, Episode 3. Obviously, this is going to be the new show, as we talked about yesterday and on Sunday. I know we have new nicknames now, so it's gonna take a while to get used to those.
What?
I am the bird guy, and I'm here with. I don't even know if you know your nicknames because
I don't even know my own nickname.
So, Big Daddy Cool, baby.
Yeah, he's Big Daddy Cool, and apparently, John, you're Hollywood Tut because this is an NWO.
Hollywood. I'm gonna be the highly political guy that's gonna hold all the young talent down.
Yes.
Yep. That is very accurate for me. Despite the fact that I'm the youngest guy in this panel.
Exactly. I don't know if you're the youngest guy in the group though. You may have.
Steve has me beat. Me beat.
So you're the youngest guy.
Middle child.
And I keep forgetting to announce it. The Wrestling Rundown champion as well.
The inaugural. Inaugural.
Yes, and I did mention this, John, because you weren't here last week. This title, The Wrestling Rundown title history, is carried over from the Aftershock Quarter 1.
Okay, so I am the longest reigning champion then.
Yes.
A company that I didn't know existed.
And also, you also got to fill You also got to fill your win. You get your rematch clause next actually a week from tomorrow.
At the Greatest Royal Rumble show.
Yep, and then
oh boy,
and Big Daddy Cool and Stain. At least I think that's what that says. Fighting for a number 1 contendership.
Contendership for Backlash.
Yes, and then I will invoke my if I lose anyways, which there's a very good chance I could lose.
It's a fatal 4-way.
You're going up against the champion, man.
Yeah, the former, because it was technically
3-time. I think 4-time. I'm a 4-time champion.
4-time. So you have a chance to be a 5-time champion.
No, you said it wrong.
5-time.
I have a chance to be. Exactly. Thank you, Owen.
I think I missed a couple of 5s, but you get the idea.
I think you said 3 times.
5-time. 5.
That don't matter. Yeah. Don't matter. It don't matter. Let's get the shit on the road.
All right. So first, since John, you missed last week, this is going to be the one time I'm going to accept it because this is a new thing. You missed all the topics from last week, so we're going to give you the chance to talk about. You can just talk about TakeOver and WrestleMania from last week. The other shows are obsolete. Well, you could talk about Hall of Fame if you want, but the other Raw and SmackDown are kind of obsolete. If there's anything you want to talk, just anything. Is there anything from last week you want to talk about? Because I know it was a big week last week.
Okay, so I'll start with NXT. Actually, no, it's right there. I want to start out the show by saying that I want to pay my respect to the great Bruno Sammartino, who died tragically yesterday. So I just want to, get that.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that too.
Yeah, I know, but I just wanted to get that out first. And, the King of New York, probably in the best in pro wrestling in the 1970s. I want to say the early 70s.
60s and 70s, late 60s, 70s.
Yeah. So that's where I never really saw the guy wrestle, but I know he was a big deal. I know that he's the longest reigning WWE champion in history.
And that record will never get broken.
Hopefully. Yeah, because no one's going to hold the title for more than a year, if that.
Not anymore. No, I doubt anyone will hold more than a year and a half. I think that's the closest anyone will get to it.
Yeah.
And Brock might be getting there, but we'll get to that when we get to that. I'll start with now I'll go to the Hall of Fame. I didn't see it. I only saw one speech, and that was Mark Henry's.
Yeah. We'll give you 30. You get 30 minutes too. So.
Okay, so I thought that was fine. As for NXT, I thought the show was a really good NXT special with a great main event. I agree with the title change, of course, to Aleister Black. Johnny Gargano back in there. So I guess it's going to be like Gargano, Ciampa, and EC3 or something like that in the main events, probably in the main event spot.
We're going to talk about that when we review this week's episode of NXT because they did announce a title match. We'll get into that.
Yep. As for WrestleMania, that's all I had on NXT. As for Mania,
what about the ladder match?
I thought it was really good. I thought it was really good for a ladder match in 2018. It's one of those matches where I kind of like. It's a car crash kind of match. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was an excellent ladder match.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really do much in a ladder match, but yeah.
Not anymore. It's a little too late for that.
I forgot to say this last week too. There was 2 5-star matches on the show, not given by us, but given by the Wrestling Observer.
By Meltzer, yeah, it was the main event and the six-way ladder match. Those were the 2 5-star matches, which I agree with him on the ladder. That match between Ciampa and Gargano was awesome because you had a great
100%
villain.
Agree.
Yeah, you had a great villain, and you had a great hero that people bought into, and people just really hated Tommaso Ciampa. People really did. Yeah.
That was excellent reaction for him.
Yep. As for WrestleMania, the loaded 5 hours marathon show, which I felt so bad for the people there that had to sit there the entire time. That had to suck from the beginning of the pre-show till the end. That had to have been. You could definitely tell, around. Definitely in the WWE title match that they were just. I think they were just tired.
Yeah.
And then the main event came along and they got themselves back up again, but that was for the wrong reason why they got themselves up. To boo the crap out of it and crap on the entire thing. Anyone else want to say anything on that, or?
I did feel bad for AJ and Nakamura. I think when we watched it, we thought it was more of a respect thing, but it was definitely them being burnt out now more than anything.
Oh, they were dead tired.
100%.
Yep.
And then the main event, obviously. The main event
sucked. Nothing in the ring that was. Oh, go on.
I think the main event. I think they should have flopped the 2. I know AJ Styles and Nakamura probably would have been a disappointing main event, but it would have been, especially with the finish, it would have been a better outcome. Maybe the match would have been better too. Like
the best part of that match was the ending, and that was the post-match stuff between Nakamura and AJ.
I think what sucked most about the match is right when the match was about to get really good, it ended.
Yeah, it just ended. Except for the first match of a feud, obviously.
Yeah.
I thought the best match. Yeah, I thought the best match on the show was actually Asuka and Charlotte.
I agree.
Yeah, I thought that match was. It was nice and snug, and that was a nice save. It was nice. It was.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was a great match.
I think we know who's the answer to our question has been answered before we went on. We know who's ahead now, further ahead in the hockey game.
No, it's just it's still tied. It's still tied at 1 apiece.
No, remember we asked whose reaction would be first. I think yours.
That beautiful was for the Rask save.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, you are. So I am ahead of you. Oh Jesus, this is gonna be fun.
Interesting. But anyhow,
so I'll try to be quiet. I'll try to be quiet whenever something good happens.
I could see by your reaction if they scored.
The question I have for you is, now that after what happened on SmackDown last week, do you agree with the decision, or do you not agree with the decision?
With what what decision?
Asuka losing a streak.
No, I'm fine with it because now Carmelo's champion, and they kind of put her on SmackDown anyway. I mean, they put her on SmackDown anyway, Mosca.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a team feud between the what are they called? Billy Kay and
The Iconics.
the Iconics. I totally forgot the name. And Carmella going up against Asuka, Charlotte, and Becky. Is it Becky?
Yep.
Yeah. So that should be very interesting, to say the least.
Any other highlights from WrestleMania?
I actually the squash match is funny.
That was awesome.
He just pinned him, and that was the perfect way to have that match happen.
Now he's wrestling.
Anyway,
that should have been how he went out. Now he's wrestling. Because me and Chris have been
Rusev or Chris Jericho or Rusev or
no, they can't make up the damn mind.
Me and Chris have been debating that Taker did look healthier, but I still need to wait till I see his match at the Greatest Royal Rumble because he only had a 2-minute match.
He had a 2-minute match, and he got all his stuff in. That was it.
He got all the shit in about 2.5 minutes.
It was a Goldberg match.
Exactly.
It was a
Goldberg match.
Yep. The main event. I'll say right here. This is a classic example of the babyface that nobody likes. Well, sorry, most of the audience hates. And they just didn't care. The audience didn't care. Brock winning was a surprise. A definite surprise.
Sounds like it surprised PJ too.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He's perplexed on why the hell Brock won.
I think what happened too was I think the fans were surprised because I feel like they were like expecting to crap all over the ending, but then Brock just won.
Apparently, they cheered when the match was over.
I won't blame them.
That's the only time they ever cheered because I was watching Botchamania, and Matthew put in the subtitles of the end, like they cheered loud, and because the match was over.
Yeah, they popped because the match was done. That was really it.
It was painful to watch.
Yeah, and then Roman comes out the next night, and yeah, PJ's not a fan of it either. He's definitely not a fan of it either.
PJ hates Roman.
He comes up the next. He does. He takes after me. He does not like Roman. I came to the conclusion a long time ago, but this is really true, that he's not going to be the top guy, and he'll never be the top guy. No matter how hard they try, no matter how hard they push him, he'll never be the top guy. Or it's going to be really hard for him to be the top guy because he's stuck in this rut of, creative futility, and it's just become stagnant. It's just the same guy comes out and say, I'm going to win the championship. I will. Joe comes out and basically calls him out on his stuff. He speaks the truth.
And Joe's the heel.
And Joe's the heel, and he's right. He's telling the truth.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, that's pretty much all I got. So what are we talking about this week?
The only other two matches I wanted to ask you about were because there's the blonde match. Now that you know what you know.
The what?
Blonde the blonde match. Yeah.
Oh, it sucked. Oh, it sucks. That sucks for Sheamus and Cesaro. It blew. That sucks.
And for Braun too.
Yeah, Braun just does nothing. Ends up officially just doing nothing.
He was wasted on WrestleMania. Again.
They could have turned that into something big, and they just didn't.
Like, no, God, it's so stupid.
Yeah.
And now they're gonna put the belts on the Wyatts. No, sorry, the Woken Wyatts.
Yeah.
Which should be interesting.
And then
should be interesting.
Obviously, the biggest one you missed was the mixed tag because that was a big match on the show.
I thought it was really good. I thought that Ronda looked good, and I thought that Kurt did not look good. He is it's just kind of sad now. He's older. He's broken down, and I don't
The
think he should
years
be
are
wrestling.
showing.
Yeah, the years and the injuries are showing.
He probably should have come back. Come back a couple. If only he had come back when he had the chance to 3 years ago now.
If this was 5 years ago, this would have been even better.
Yeah.
But Ronda in her first match really good. The one slight complaint I have about it is the fact that Stephanie is countering the armbar, despite the fact that numerous people in UFC could not counter it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that the man that should not be named as a boner for Ronda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if so we're gonna tell you that too, John. He's been Chris Benoit again from this YouTube channel.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we're back to the Shadow Mans, number 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna say 9.
Yeah, we'll move him up to 9 because obviously he came back and
Yeah, but then we'll just put him as 9 officially. He'll be officially the number 9 of the Shadows.
And then yeah, it was pretty much so that was pretty much WrestleMania and Takeover. What show did you think was better? I think it's fairly obvious. I know what your answer is going to be.
Oh, Takeover, not even close.
Yeah, it's not even close.
I agree. Takeover was incredible.
Was it? The question is, do you think it was the best Takeover they've ever done? Because I don't think it's quite. It's
it's close. It's definitely close, though.
I don't think so. I think Our Evolution was better.
I think Dallas.
Chicago. What?
Dallas was better.
It's in the top
Dallas
5.
Yeah, it's definitely top 5. I don't think it's the best.
Yeah.
It may have had the best match that NXT's ever put on. It might have.
Yeah, the unsanctioned match.
Yeah, the Ciampa and Gargano match. They might have. I still think Almas and Gargano was better.
Yeah.
Both of them were excellent storytelling.
Yeah, it was.
And then obviously, anything from Raw and SmackDown last week you want to talk about, or really?
Good to see Lashley's back. Bobo.
He's back.
Lashley looks fucking insanely jacked.
Yep, and he's better. He was good in TNA. He definitely wrestled better in TNA than he did in WWE.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm very interested to see where they go for this. I actually do want to see him in Lesnar.
Me too.
In the match, yeah.
And then
I read a report before we came on that said that that's not happening.
Oh, it's not happening now?
Yeah, it's not happening because Lesnar's obviously leaving.
Yeah, I know Lesnar's leaving soon. I don't know when he's leaving. I know he's leaving soon.
I think it's after the Rumble.
Oh boy, this should be fun.
Yep. So we know what's happening at the Greatest Royal Rumble then.
Yep.
And then obviously there's one Mania thing we didn't talk about now that because Daniel Bryan's match, because that was a big match at WrestleMania.
I'm not really a big fan of him getting attacked at the beginning. Because we've been okay, we're gonna milk the audience. They've milked us for 2 years. We haven't seen Bryan wrestle in 2 years, and he's finally back. And they just attack him from behind, and the crowd just goes.
Yep.
We're just dead. Really, and we just saw Shane. Yeah, we just see Shane throw his bad punches, and the match was fine. Yeah, and the match was fine, and when Bryan came out, it became great.
Yeah,
but it's definitely a bag.
Not lost a fucking step.
Yeah, because he's Daniel Bryan. He's the American Dragon. He's one of the best technical wrestlers in the history of wrestling.
Yep.
He's definitely the best of our generation.
And now
best technical wrestler, yeah.
Obviously, we know he's back full time now too. He resigned as GM of SmackDown, and now Paige is the GM of SmackDown.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
Yep. So now
should be interesting.
But now we're on wrestling for this week.
Okay.
So I know since it was the Superstar shakeup, I figured I would just name all the names that were drafted first. Because Because for Raw there was so many of them and they happen in such a random order. It's just best I say them all at first, and then for SmackDown it will be kind of in order. So for Monday Night Raw, we had Jinder Mahal and Sunil Singh, who brought the United States Championship with him. More on that later. The Wyatt Squad, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. We'll talk about that later. The Miz went to SmackDown. This was all night one. Zack Ryder's on Raw. Breezango's on Raw, which probably should have been the New Day. Natalia's on Raw. Mojo Rawley's on Raw.
The Hype Bros reunion?
Maybe we'll get Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins reunion.
The Major Brothers coming back.
The Major Brothers.
Dolph Ziggler's on Raw. Drew McIntyre's on Raw. Baron Corbin's on Raw. Mike Kanellis is on Raw. The Ascension.
Trash.
Bobby, Bob, Lee, Awesome, Mark Rude are all on Raw.
What?
I told Chris I would meant it's Bobby Roode or Bob Roode as I like to call him now. But
Bob, you just refer to him as Bob.
Yeah.
That's what Simon calls him, and I stole from Simon.
Okay.
And then also on Raw, Chad Gable. So I'll just say, let's be honest, Raw got like all the jobbers and the mid carders from SmackDown.
Yeah, pretty much. Like upper mid card and Chad Gable, and the rest of just like upper mid card for Rude, with potential for both of them to be like main eventers, but like they didn't get much.
I would say, like, ironically enough, the best pick isn't even from the SmackDown roster. It's Drew. I think the best pick is Drew McIntyre, and he's not even on SmackDown.
Coming back from injury.
Which I was surprised about, considering the fact
thought he would have spent a little bit more time, but they put the belt on Aleister Black, so maybe that was kind of like their way of saying that he was moving up.
Yeah,
maybe because also too, Raw got a lot of the NXT call ups. That's probably why they didn't get that much for the.
You mean SmackDown?
Shake up.
Like Raw for the Raw after Mania, they got a lot of the NXT call ups.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. Like they didn't get, like as many big names from SmackDown was because they got a lot of big names from NXT.
I also think about it like this too. SmackDown can't really lose a lot of the top stars either because
the show will die.
Yeah, and
they really don't have that many.
Because they lost Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn now, so they can't. And they were like the top stars on SmackDown. So overall, we'll have to
heels too.
And let's be honest too. I know I'm gonna sound like a certain someone. It's all about Roman Reigns. It's gonna be all about Roman Reigns on Raw. So what does it matter?
It's the Monday Night Roman show.
Yeah. So what is it really? Not Monday Night Mike. Apparently Mike Kanellis didn't get the memo.
Nope, it's Monday Night
Mike.
No,
it's Monday Night Roman.
Oh yeah, Mike Kanellis is on Raw too, which I'm really happy about. I hope he gets a push over there.
He won't.
I'm really rooting
for he will be squashed by Roman Reigns in about a week.
And
then the next week he'll be Universal Champion, just like Jinder.
I also question why they broke up Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. Why? That didn't make no sense.
So Shelton
because we hate
him on SmackDown.
Because Vince hates tag teams. That was like earlier.
Technically, American Alpha could reunite.
As a heel? Can we have as a heel team?
It would be a heel team.
Or Jason Jordan just turns on Chad Gable and we have Jason Jordan versus Chad Gable. That's a match.
That'd be interesting. Actually, that would be like a great series of matches.
Yeah.
And someone would have to play the face though. It'd probably be Chad
That
Gable.
would probably be Gable. Because people hate Jason Jordan.
Yeah.
They cheered.
A lot of people hate
his injury.
Yes, they did. Because they hated him so much.
I still remember too, like Kurt Angle was like,
my fake's on this, my fake's on that.
I still remember when
his black son.
I still remember when he called him Kurt instead of Dad, and that was supposed to be the biggest insult of all time.
Kurt, please. Put me in a championship match. Daddy.
But also, even though they weren't main event guys, it did make sense for Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin to move over to Raw because they needed a change.
The kiss of death. The kiss of freaking death.
Was that Money in the Bank briefcase?
Dolph freaking Ziggler. It was Dolph Ziggler. It's just Dolph Ziggler in general. He's
Yeah.
a good luck to
Although
you.
I'm interested with that pairing though, with him and McIntyre.
Good luck. I'm saying good luck to Drew because that's just going to
I'm
be.
saying it strictly because I'm a fan of Dolph Ziggler and I'm a fan of Drew McIntyre.
I'm aware. I know you're a fan of Dolph. I'm not.
I am
interested
in that pair up between Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler though. But obviously, not gonna lie, but
we'll see how long it lasts though.
Yeah,
because there could be a 3MB reunion.
Oh God.
Let's get to.
You know they're gonna do it. You know they're gonna do a segment where all three of them are together.
Because
you know they're gonna do that.
They're gonna have Slater turn heel.
And then Heath gets his ass kicked. That is what's gonna happen.
He's gonna turn on Rhino. Rhino's gonna turn on him.
That'd be awesome.
I think it's gonna be Rhino's turning on him, but that would make the fucking 3MB faces, which wouldn't make any sense.
Oh my God.
But yeah, let's talk about the actual show itself now, though. We had the comments.
Wait, hold on. I got one more thing. So what would happen is that Samir Singh, Rhino, and Dolph Ziggler will all turn on them, and we'll have a 3MB versus those three guys.
Oh my gosh!
The 3MB versus the managers.
Basically versus their lackeys.
The lackeys, the
roadies.
The lackeys.
They're facing the roadies.
The lackeys win with Samir Singh, Pin, and Drew McIntyre too.
Oh, that would piss everybody off. That would be amazing, truly amazing.
And then Samir Singh wins the Universal Championship the next night.
Yep. Just to complete the cycle.
Awful.
Oh God.
That would. And
they might do it though.
And then on SmackDown, the other Sin brother, because he's still on SmackDown because he wasn't traded, wins the WWE title.
And the Bollywood Boys are champions.
That would be awesome.
Sunil wins it with one leg.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about actual War itself before we fall off a cliff. I guess how this works is you guys can't do notes anymore because you're on your phones and you can't do two things at once. So
you sure I'm doing it? I'm doing that right now, Owen. Right now I'm seeing a goddamn shit commercial followed by a Dairy Queen commercial.
So I'm just gonna do the notes, and after I talk about the segment, you each can give your thoughts on it. So and then if Steve pops in, he can just kind of do a quick rundown. See what I did there? Quick rundown on the show.
You combine the name you said at the beginning of the show. Ooh, look at that.
We're
running it down.
He said it.
So let's talk about it. So Kurt Angle comes out to cut a promo, and he talks about how tonight's the Superstar Shakeup and how excited he is about it. And then we got the first person that was shooken up, which was Jinder Mahal, like I said, which I was not happy about. And Jinder comes out and says that he should be treated like royalty, treated even better than Brock Lesnar. So Kurt Angle says that if you have any complaints, you can email them to me at kurtangle@nofreakinway, which Kurt Angle just gave away his email on live TV.
No freaking way.
And then Kurt Angle tells Jinder that he has to defend the United States Championship right now, and against an opponent that I guess of his choosing or something. I don't even really know exactly what he said. Like an open
challenge.
Yeah. So Jeff Hardy took the challenge, and this might be Jinder's best match he's ever had in his career, mainly because I was happy he lost.
Maybe because he was facing Jeff Hardy?
Yeah. So Jeff Hardy beats him with so becomes the new United States champion, and all this segment gets enough because I think this is finally the death of Jinder Mahal's push, because especially with where his next feud's going to go, I definitely think this is the death of his push. I don't think he's going to be I think he's going back to enhance, especially too because he's on Raw again. They wouldn't have put him on Raw on the same show as Roman Reigns. Like I said, Monday Night Roman. So
essentially what he did a week before was just useless.
I did. Yeah, I disagree that they had to sacrifice Rusev Day for this.
They did though.
But overall, this gets it up mainly because Jinder Mahal lost the United States title. What are you guys' thoughts?
I give it a middle. I like the fact that Jeff won, but no point of a push for fucking Jinder Mahal.
There never was a point, so
no point. There's no point to give him the title just for him to fucking lose it a week later.
And then for Jeff Hardy to later do something that we'll get to later.
What are your thoughts, John?
Well, Jinder lost, so that's always a positive. And he lost to Jeff Hardy, who I've heard a hilarious story of earlier, but I'll get to that in a second. That was fine. Give it up.
Okay. Then we had then Jinder Mahal got interviewed backstage, and he says he's going to invoke his rematch clause at the greatest Royal Rumble ever. And if Kurt Angle ever does something like that again, he said there'll be serious consequences. And then No Way Jose's music goes off and tells Jinder Mahal that when life gets him down, he says no way because it was supposed to be a pun. And then him and Renee Young dance away together in the Conda line. And one funny line was Michael Cole said on commentary I think No Way Jose can only hear the music in his head. I thought that was funny. This was fine. I'll give it a middle.
Yeah, it's kind of like a comedy segment. I wonder how Ambrose feels about No Way Jose trying to fuck his wife.
Or No Way Jose. There's so many puns I could make with this name. It's only one.
There's a lot.
Yeah, it's the same one.
But yeah, I definitely see this. I hate being critical here, but No Way Jose, I don't think he's gonna last very long. He should have probably gone to SmackDown. He would have lasted longer there than he would on Raw.
Oh no, this is gonna be Adam Rose 2.0.
Yeah,
I can tell because
he'll start losing again and then fights away in the conga line, dressed in a fucked costume. Not a bunny.
I actually could see that happening now. They do the exact same storyline they did with Adam Rose, except reversed.
Yeah.
He didn't do the conga line before. That's anything that was different. Adam Rose had the rosebuds in NXT. He didn't have the conga line in NXT. That's just something they randomly did.
Because he's a dancer. So we need something to prove that he's a dancer.
Exactly. Thanks, dance to the ring like he fucking did in NXT and it got over.
Yep.
But yeah, this gets a thumbs in the middle. I think this also proved that Jinder Mahal's push is done because he's going to go into a feud with No Way Jose.
And probably lose several times to No Way Jose.
Yeah.
It's my guess.
He probably will Universal Champion in a month.
Then we had the next match. It was Sasha Banks versus Bayley. Overall, they had a fine match. It's not that I hate their matches, but it's just really tough to top the NXT TakeOver Brooklyn match. So to me, all the other matches are just kind of blah. I did like the altercation where they both got into a brawl where they wanted to beat the hell out of each other, and then the Wyatt Squad run in and cause a DQ. I don't really know who they attacked first because I don't really know who exactly won by DQ, but they hit all the finishers on both women and lay them out. So that meant the Wyatt Squad's now on Raw. And yeah, I'm overall going to give this a down just because we waited so long for this match and they just gave it away randomly on Raw. And
on free TV, people. On free TV.
The only reason I was okay with it because I thought one of them was going to go to SmackDown the next night. But I also hate the fact that had a wishy-washy finish with a shitty group coming to Raw.
Yeah.
And now it means that this Sasha Bayley feud's just the weirdest thing I've ever seen because
yes,
they're doing
yes, woohoo!
So now
I was waiting to react to
that. So Chris is further ahead then. I don't know what's going on here.
No. I'm further ahead because I saw it first, and I had to wait here in silence.
Oh, I see. But anyhow,
until I heard somebody in Chris's background, probably either his father or his brother cheering.
We have both of them.
That I get a good feeling on that one. Oh, that was
I'm
sweet.
in my room too.
But yeah, this is like the Sasha Bailey feud's the weirdest thing because they're trying to do a slow burn, but they forget they had like that fight backstage that kind of ignited the feud. So this is a down
at the same time.
Yeah, down. What do you?
It was down. It was 100% down. I mean, like the match was meh at best. I don't care about the Riot Squad even in the least bit. So
nope,
it's meh.
Yeah,
they can kiss my ass for all I give a shit.
Then we had the Authors of Pain versus Beauty and the Man Beast. Beauty and the Man Beast. Huh?
They got. I don't know. Yeah. I didn't see this part of Raw, so I'm assuming they got squashed.
They did, but they got it. It was kind of a match, which this is a thumbs in the middle because the Authors of Pain did way too much selling. They shouldn't do any selling. So thumbs.
They love to do that.
So Paul Ellering is not traveling with them because he can't travel anymore, or something like that, or
that was proved to be false. It's just Vince hates managers.
Jesus.
I prefer Paul Ellering with them because it's a great mic piece. Great on the mic.
Yeah, I don't want to hear. I'm sorry, but I'm not in favor of listening to Razor talk. I don't know. I've never heard him speak, so I have no idea if he's going.
The microphone. They're like the fucking Ascension.
Yeah, that's basically their promos.
But they're a much better team than the Ascension ever could dream of being, though.
Oh, it's true because they're actually intimidating and big. What the Ascension got? They're ripoff of Demolition, which is a ripoff of the Road Warriors.
Yeah,
I mean, Victor's athletic, but Connor is fat as
sucks. Like it's bad to me that I remember Connor as. Is it bad that I only remember Connor as the guy that likes the weird guy that liked cheese in NXT?
The old NXT.
I remember that. Yeah, that's fucking funny.
That was cheese. That was his gimmick. Is that he liked?
I know this is a random point, but I do kind of think it's funny that the Ascension were drafted to Raw so they could be with their best friends Breezango.
Yeah,
that's a nice little touch. Nice little touch.
So I think that's the only reason they would. I forgot this isn't. They were traded to Raw. They weren't drafted. They were traded. All right. Then we had the Miz TV segment, and the Miz announces that there's going to be 2 new superstars coming to Monday Night Raw. I think originally we were supposed to have thought this was going to be Daniel Bryan, but instead it ended up being Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And I love they all did like a big group hug together and jumped around, which was hilarious.
That was funny.
And Kurt Angle comes out and I do got to mention too. Obviously, the commentators really put this over, saying that this made no sense since Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn weren't hired. So how the hell were they traded? So that obviously was explained. Kurt Angle comes out and said he didn't sign these guys to Raw. And then Sami Zayn prints out this letter where he had to put his glasses on to read it. Which
that was funny. That was so funny.
And he reveals that Stephanie McMahon wrote this letter, hiring them to Raw, which really probably didn't say what it said. It probably had like a bunch of random letters on it, just in random order. But I thought Kevin Owens
border on it.
I thought Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens' reaction to this when they kept doing the yep thing was funny, and I think Sami Zayn really makes that yep thing work. I like the way he was gyrated and everything too.
He fucking he's the best fucking heel.
Yeah,
I never thought he'd be so fucking great in this gimmick, but he is.
So then Kurt Angle then takes a jab at Stephanie McMahon, saying that he was surprised she was able to write that letter since she got her arm broken by Ronda Rousey, and welcomes Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to Raw and says, say goodbye to The Miz because per request of Daniel Bryan, he's been traded to SmackDown. And The Miz gets all upset at first, but then says that...
Write letters then. Everyone types it. Everyone types an email.
No, he didn't say it was an email. He just said per the request. He said he just got off the phone with Paige. And I guess Daniel Bryan went and requested to Paige and Shane that he wanted Miz on SmackDown. And then obviously Shane and Paige...
No. I'm talking about like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Who the hell writes a letter anymore?
I think
it makes no sense to me.
No, I messed up. It was an email that he printed out.
There we go. That's better. That
was not a handwritten letter.
But anyhow, and then the Miz talks about how him and the Miz Shiraz are going to go to Raw and dominate, and Kurt Angle's like, what are you talking about? The Miz Shiraz ain't going anywhere. They're staying right here, and he makes a 10-man tag team match between all these 5 guys versus Bobby Lashley.
You got to say that name again in the end, by the way.
All right. I'll probably mess it up, but I will.
Bob.
Seth Rollins, Prince Nevitt, Braun Strowman, and a mystery partner that was traded over from SmackDown to Raw. So overall, this segment gets a major up. This was probably my favorite segment of the whole show.
Yep.
But I give it a massive thumbs up based on it's the last Miz TV we're gonna see, and it went out in grand style.
Exactly. Kind of pointed though that I really wish we could have gotten like more for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, because I think they would have a faction together. What did you think of the segment, John?
That was really good.
So he gets maybe 3. All right, then we had the Revival versus Woken, Matt Hardy, and Bray Wyatt in the Tag Team Eliminator semifinals. And the Bar were doing commentary since they're facing the winners of this match. I think instantly we knew that Woken, Matt, and Bray were going to win this match because the Revival didn't get an entrance. So typically, if you don't get an entrance on the show, yeah. But I love Woken Matt and Bray Wyatt's entrance. It's like Woken Matt's like entrance, and then they do Bray Wyatt. And I love when he, because this was the first time I think they did this entrance, because I don't think they did this entrance last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So this was a typical tag team match, pretty much. Woken Matt Hardy hits a. Actually, no, that wasn't the finish. I believe they did a tag team twist of fate.
It was like a twist of fate and like a wheelbarrow like suplex type thing.
Yeah, I forget who they hit it on because I paid attention to this match, but I didn't pay attention to which Revival member got hit with it. So
was it Dash?
Could have been. We'll just say it was Dash. Then afterwards they have a face off with the Bar, and then so this gets an up. I love Woken Matt Hardy and Bray as a team. What did you guys think of this match and Woken Matt and Bray as a team?
I love the Woken Hardy Wyatts. This is gonna be something great.
John?
I thought it was wonderful. It was delightful. It was amazing. I enjoy this.
I just don't want this to end because apparently, like, they're pushing for Wyatt to be the leader of Sanity, which doesn't make any sense now because Sanity's on SmackDown.
Spoiler alert.
Maybe that was scrapped. Maybe then it was scrapped.
Which is good because I want this to go on.
I want to see an ultimate deletion. I know this would seem weird, but I kind of want to see an ultimate
Apocalypto.
Huh?
Apocalypto.
I would do like the one that they did the Hardy compound. That's one of the last ones for TNA.
I kind of
they had the tag team thing.
Tag team Apocalypto. That's what it was.
I would like to see this happen too with like them versus Breezango. I think that actually could be entertaining.
Like you throw Fandango into the Lake of Reincarnation. He comes out as Johnny Curtis.
Johnny Curtis. Damn, you beat me to it. I was about to say that. Damn it.
The creepy version of Johnny Curtis too. Like it was during after the shitty game show.
Yeah. He hits on he'll hit on Rebby.
Oh yeah. And then Tyler
Breeze comes back as Mike Dalton.
Yep.
But let's see here. We'll throw Okay, I need to think of another tag. Okay, so we throw Sheamus back in there. He somehow grows his hair back. It becomes Sheamus O'Shaughnessy.
Yes.
Oh my god. Yes. Cesaro comes back as the rugby player that he was
Claudio
when he debuted.
He goes back as Claudio Castagnoli. He questions why Sheamus is not a Chris.
That'd be awesome. I'm trying to think who else is on. If Sanity was there, Matt Hardy throws Eric Young into the Lake of Reincarnation. He comes out as like his TNA gimmick just before he started the feud with Abyss.
Oh yeah, when he was when he gonna attack the refs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When he was his comedic gimmick. That's one of my favorite Eric Young gimmicks, by the way.
Let's see. What's another tag team? I need one more tag team joke to throw in here. Throw Kofi Kingston in like reincarnation. Comes out Jamaican.
That'd be great.
Well, there we go. That's all.
Years ago too.
Throw Xavier Woods in there. He comes out as Consequences Creed.
You throw Big E in there. He remembers his last name.
You remember that he had a last name at one point in time?
He comes out with the powder.
The powder, yes.
He needs 5, man.
And he swings his arms around and he fucking almost knocks out AJ Lee.
Obviously, I was going to say the revival. There really isn't one for the revival.
No, you throw them in there. You throw the revival in there. Bingo.
I see.
Yep. Okay. What's next, Owen? What's next?
So then the Bar backstage and Breezango give him fashion tickets backstage, and the Bar get pissed about it.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was funny. Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey are backstage, and then we find out, and Kurt Angle was congratulated Ronda Rousey on her performance at WrestleMania. Natalya, then we find out, was traded to Raw. Got to get that right. And
Natty.
They talk about how they trained together in the Performance Center, and Natalya said that she thinks Ronda Rousey could be the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be, and then says that Kurt Angle asked her for competition because that's the type of wrestler Natty is. This segment gets it down. It was pointless, and why was Natalya randomly a face?
WWE.
Yeah.
That's why.
Then we had Mickie James versus Ember Moon with Nia Jax on commentary. Alexa Bliss was supposed to come out and do commentary, but then she refused because she didn't want to take the chances of being bullied by Nia Jax, which
the newly enhanced Bliss.
Newly enhanced Bliss. And this match was pretty good. Ember Moon wins with the Eclipse. I'll give it an up because it puts over Ember Moon.
Yeah, I give it an up too. I give it
John?
up. Yeah. And Mickey sold that fucking Eclipse like a fucking boss.
Exactly. Then we had Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were backstage, and they're happy to be back on Raw, but they're worried they're going to get back into a Shane McMahon situation with Kurt Angle running things. So it's like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn can't win. They can't be treated fairly anywhere. So maybe they should have gone down to NXT. They would have been treated fairly down there. And then The Miz comes up and is worried about how he's going to be treated on SmackDown. And Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn want him just to focus on the match. And Sami Zayn then says, "What are they talking about?" And they tease that Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel could possibly turn on The Miz, which we'll get into that later. And then they all come together and said they're going to beat up the newest person coming to Monday Night Raw. So then we had the newest superstar coming to Monday Night Raw. It was Dolph Ziggler, which I was very disappointed about because I just was for obvious reasons. And he talked about how as much as things stayed the same, there was one difference from Raw. And then Titus Worldwide comes out, and congratulations, Apollo Crews, you got your last name back.
He won.
And Titus O'Neil offers him to join Titus Worldwide, but Dolph Ziggler says, that wasn't what I meant when I said that something has changed, because I didn't come alone. Drew McIntyre comes out. Hey, Stucker punches Titus. He headbutts Apollo Crews. So now I got to get back used to calling him Crews again. And Ziggler hits a super kick on Titus O'Neil into the corner. And then McIntyre and Ziggler hit a Claymore zigzag combination on the cruise, which I thought this was a great segment. Up. I didn't expect Drew McIntyre to go to Raw, so this was great. Thoughts?
I liked it a lot. I give it an up.
What about you, John? Because I think you had different thoughts than we did.
Down on Ziggler, up on Titus Worldwide, and Drew McIntyre, but down on Ziggler.
So for him, he got a thumbs in the middle. Or does Ziggler not even qualify for thumbs in the middle?
No, he doesn't qualify. He's still down.
So I don't know what to give the segment overall now because we all have different opinions on it.
Automatically down.
Because it's Dolph.
I'm just having fun with this.
Then Roman Reigns comes out. He was booed, Chris. He couldn't even. You know a guy is heavily booed when he can't even cut his promo. Like you couldn't even hear him talk over the crowd.
When he came out at first, it was more of a split.
It was
but
not.
Then after that,
he was booed.
It went downhill.
Yeah, I just heard boo, boom. So music hits, boo, and then all of a sudden it got quiet for a second.
I wonder why it was so quiet.
Because Kevin Dunn knows how to operate that crowd microphone.
Yeah.
Just turn.
I heard him talk. My God, he sounds fucking nerdy.
So.
Oh God, I mean Beaver.
In a long time.
Beavers.
Oh, he sounds awful. Like he shouldn't be talking.
So someone else is gonna have to break down what Roman Reigns said because I couldn't really hear him over my live reactions in the crowd.
Okay. I'll sum it up for you. Ready? Roman Reigns. I'm gonna win at the Greatest Royal Rumble. I don't know why I sound like Barack Obama, but I'm just gonna keep going like this.
And then he got cut off by. Oh, there's more.
Yep, I'm gonna be the Universal Champion one day. Then Joe comes out.
He did.
Basically, just tells him to.
The only thing you forgot is that he brought up that he was there and Brock wasn't.
Yeah, usual stuff. Oh, hey, what the hell? So I'm going to my grandmother's house, so I'm out tonight. Well, thanks, Steve. Where you go, Stong?
So Ston is no longer Ston. You're not the host. You're not the host. You're not the GM. How?
You're nothing.
You know what? You've been diminished to. Oh wait, I was gonna say lieutenant, but that's higher than a GM. And you've been demoted to just. What did Bully Ray demote D'Lo Brown to when
private?
Yeah, you've been demoted to private. You're just a private now.
Private pile. I got private pile. You piece of shit.
He is a piece of shit.
It's one of my favorite quotes from Full Metal Jacket.
But anyhow,
I can't say them on here because we're on YouTube, and fear that we may get I might get Owen in trouble.
Yes. Although I don't even care because I was saying a lot of bad things last night. So.
Did you?
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
Was there any racial or ethnic slurs?
Yes. Not slurs, but bringing it up.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ! Don't Hulk Hogan yourself.
You almost did.
All right, but let's. So then Samoa Joe comes out and he cuts a great promo. He goes off on Roman Reigns, talks about how Brock Lesnar is going to destroy him at the Greatest Royal Rumble. He plays this video package of.
He's not.
Oh wait, not. Yeah, and he plays this video package of Brock Lesnar absolutely decisively decimated him. And then Joe says he'll pick up the pieces of Backlash. And then Reigns says, John, what did Reigns say?
Right. Well, come out here and fight me, you fat ass.
What a great babyface, too. They just did a whole storyline with Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss. How that was bullying.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what a bully.
Yeah.
What a bully Roman Reigns is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what a bully would do. Would challenge you to fight, and Joe was the bigger man and walked away.
Exactly.
And he threw an insult in there.
Samoa Joe fights on his terms at his time.
which is
someone
backlash.
calls him fat.
Yeah, because he's not fighting.
He ain't fat, man. He's big boned. He's Samoan.
Yep.
Rain should know this because he's also Samoan.
So this
Yes,
segment.
he is.
So this segment, the segment gets an up. John's impression of Roman Reigns will also get an up, and his
That was
Barack Obama.
That was it's a horrible Barack Obama, but it's pretty good. What the hell?
So wait,
He's
said,
ready.
"Oh, this is a perfect.
He's coming in now.
This is a perfect
good time for him to come in."
I know. Yeah, let's keep this going.
Roman Reigns, I'd like to welcome my number one fan, Stephen Coakley, to the panel.
We gotta invite this little bitch boy who thinks he can just come in fucking late.
He's too cool for school.
Let's just like all insult him in one time.
Okay. Hey, I'm gonna tell him he's been moved down to private now because he's no longer. He's not even a guest at this point. He
can only touch his privates. He can't even.
Private Stone.
I'm gonna keep talking here though, but I'm gonna keep going until I can invite him. Next, we had Mandy Rose with Sonya Deville versus Natalya. I'm gonna give it down that Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville are still using Paige's theme song. I know it's a random down, but it's a down in itself.
Yeah. Well, it kind of actually does make sense that they're still using it though.
Nope, down. Down.
Dude.
Kind of, because of where the Golden Goddess was on to next.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, this was a basic match. Natty makes a tap with the sharpshooter. Now, I believe there was a spot in this match where Natalya was upset with Mandy Rose that she was touching her, and she got into like ultimate heel territory, if I'm not mistaken. I think.
What the hell? I'm not gonna read it on air, but that's just a weird ass. That is a weird ass looking email.
Hey, no one ever said that.
I'm not gonna read it on air because it's
I can't
my place.
Who still uses AOL?
It's supposed to be Google, man. It's Google, man.
Hopefully he can get in then.
If he has a YouTube account, he should have a Google email.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it works.
But let's see. But yeah. So then afterwards, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville beat down Natalya. Not Natalya runs out.
Ronda. Everyone, Natalya's being beat up in the ring, and somehow she managed to clone herself to run out at the exact same time that she. What?
But no, Ronda Rousey runs out, and Sonya Deville challenges her, which I guess kind of made sense since she has an MMA background, but that MMA background was no match for Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey destroyed Sonya Deville. I'm going to give this segment it up because it was awesome to see Ronda Rousey kick ass, and I didn't expect to see her on the show. I thought Ronda Rousey was going to take some time off, but I guess I was wrong. It is kind of a step down, though, that Ronda Rousey is going to go from feuding with Stephanie McMahon to
fighting the Authority to fighting a no one, essentially.
Yeah.
I don't even know, like, that standoff made no sense then, technically, because of what happened.
Well, I'm assuming now that there's probably, I have a feeling what happened, and this is going to make me sound, I think the WWE didn't decide who was going to SmackDown until after Raw had already happened.
Yeah, because a lot of things they did, they can't follow up on now.
Yeah. I'm assuming what's going to happen then instead is they're going to probably have the Wyatt squad take Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville's place.
I could see that, yeah.
It'll probably just be Backlash. Like they'll have the match at Backlash and it'll be over with. That's my guess.
Who takes Joe's place then?
Well, Joe's still facing Roman.
Yeah, the match
at Backlash. Yeah. It's gonna be like what it was for like Payback. Remember that last year?
Oh yeah.
Where we had Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt in that weird ass match.
Yeah.
On a Raw review.
Where the hell is he, by the way? I sent him the invite and he.
Because it's not a Gmail. I don't think he can hang on an AOL account.
Let me ask.
Do it. I'll fucking. You guys continue talking. I'll send it. I'll send.
All right.
I'll tell him in the chat.
Then so let me see. I talked about Then we had a Baron Corbin vignette because he's coming to Raw. Down. I don't like Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin is by far like the abyss, the dark hole of freaking pro wrestling.
A lot of people think he's like
the
this.
Guy's got a terrible. What?
A lot of people kind of think like he's this great talent in a sense that I hear online. Like they want this guy to get pushed. I'm like, why do you want this guy to get pushed? He sucks.
He doesn't have his look sucks.
Yeah.
So Vince is not gonna like him. Of a balding, fatting man. He looks like a 40-year-old truck driver. a little flabby and balding.
So Doug Basham.
A little bit flabby and balding at the point.
So then yeah, so if he didn't succeed on SmackDown, there's no way he succeeded on Raw. Because it's the Roman.
He's just gonna get lost in the shuffle.
It's Monday Night Roman, so none of these draft picks are succeeded on Raw because it's Monday Night Roman, so
the only person I think that can is probably Lashley. But that's probably it.
But he wasn't drafted.
No, it's Monday Night Mike.
Monday Night Mike.
All right, how about this? Next week on Raw, we have Monday Night Roman versus Monday Night Mike, and we see who wins.
What do you think? Oh, shit.
Yeah, Steve, you fucking idiot. That's what I meant.
Quote. Jesus.
All right, then next we had Breezango versus The Bar. The Bar destroyed Tyler Breeze for like a while, and then Fandango pulls I think Sheamus off the apron, and Tyler Breeze rolls up Cesaro for the win. I'll give this a thumbs in the middle because I really didn't understand why The Bar lost, but considering what happened the next night, I'm not really as mad about it now. So
he's good to go. You can send them you can send it to him now. I think it's just Gmail.
Oh, it's the same thing, but oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, same thing except Gmail.
Give me a minute. So yeah,
I like how we put AOL.com and it brought the AOL.com page in our chat.
Yeah. So the Bar so the Bar lost. I'm just gonna finish talking about this so that way there's no like dead air time. Elias gets interviewed. Who saw this interview? Someone talk about this interview while I didn't
see it.
He was promptly cut off by Renee Young, who said there was no time for a concert. It was pretty funny.
I felt bad. Michael Cole was so distraught too that they cut him off.
Well, Michael Cole blows Elias. So
that's not the only person he blows. He in general just blows.
Overall, that gets enough. I thought Elias is just really good.
Elias can sell that too.
All right, John, did you see the 10-man tag?
Yes, I did.
Go over the 10-man tag.
So, Miz Taraj, KO and Sammy versus Braun, Bobby, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and Bob.
Robert.
Oh, I see. Different Bob. Dude. I forgot there's two Bobbies in this match.
Yep.
There's Bob and there's Bob.
You know what's going to happen now? One of them's going to lose their... Yep, so you're either going to have either Rude or Lashley. Probably Lashley, because Lashley sounds better.
Yeah. Someone's
losing a first name.
That should be a match now. Bob Roode versus Bobby Lashley.
Is it going to be like Ahmed Johnson versus Booker T, where the winner gets the letter T? That actually happened. I'm not making this up. Shit happened.
Oh, here's Rockland Rampage.
Hey!
Hello.
What up?
What the fuck it is?
Not much. Not much. Am I on camera?
Private! No, you are currently... Turn on your camera.
Yeah, you have to turn your camera on.
You're never going to see my fucking face, so don't worry about it.
There we go.
Look at dudes.
Where the hell are you?
I had to go for a walk because I ate too much Chinese food. Now I'm farting like holy hell.
All right, so I guess the Wrestling Rundown is going to be taken on the road this week, even though you can't see the road.
Well,
the invisible road.
That's the road, and that's my dog.
We can't see it. We can't. The point is, Steve, we can't even see it.
We just see a pair of glasses and a chin.
You can see the pair of glasses. I'm the haunted glasses. That's my nickname this week. The haunted glasses.
So we don't even so apparently ghosts do exist then.
You're gonna be running lickety split because of your haunted glasses.
All right, John was just about to talk about the main event, and then Steve, we'll let you do a quick rundown of WrestleMania, NXT Takeover, and
rundown.
Okay, Owen. It was funny the first time he did it, but the third time, what the hell?
Get it? Run down.
So we call this show the Wrestling Rundown. So we talk about wrestling.
Yep.
Wrestling. As Mark Henry put it on the Oprah Winfrey Show, he likes watching wrestling.
Rundown. Everything at NXT was amazing. Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano was definitely a 5-star match, and then WrestleMania, everything was good except the last 2 matches. Okay, I'm good.
Okay,
great.
All right, let's let John talk about this let's let John talk about the main event.
And Ronda Rousey over-delivered. That's it.
All right, let's let John talk about the main event of Monday Night Raw this week.
Okay.
Money.
I think Chris has realized what the hell just happened.
I wasn't paying attention. I heard was a scream from my living room, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I was contained on that one. That was Jake DeBrusque. Way to go, Freddie.
Hold up, we can see.
Freddie.
We can see Rockland Rampage now, at least.
Yeah,
I'm walking back into the darkness.
Oh, damn it. All right, John.
Now we see hair.
Hair.
Now we see nothing again. It's a floating camera.
The man formerly known as Rockland Rampage, haunted glasses hair Coakley.
Or stung and now stang.
Stung.
It's stang you.
Yeah.
In the chat, though, I think it's. Let me just make sure. It says
it was stung originally, and now it's stang.
Yeah, now it's stang.
Stang.
Last name Stang, first name Muss.
Mustang.
All right.
Took me a while on that one.
John, talk about the main event of Raw before this derails even further.
Yeah, do that.
Miz Taraj turns on Miz.
Shocker!
Miz
is coming from a mile away.
Gets Miz eats the pin. I think Braun pins him. I don't know who pinned. I forgot who pinned him.
It was Braun.
Everyone destroyed Miz.
Yep, and then Miz got his ass kicked on the way out. So Raw was overall just typical Raw. So guaranteed to be forgotten in about 3 weeks.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm saying it's a typical Raw. I'll probably forget about it though. That's the problem.
Yeah, besides
the only thing you won't forget
besides
is
the people shifting shows, you'll forget about the show itself.
Yeah,
like I totally forgot about the Breezango stuff with the bar until you guys reminded me on the show.
Yeah, you'll forget about the show, but you won't forget about who changed shows, obviously. But that's about it.
So, Steve, because we only talked about night 1 of the shakeup, what did you think of night 1? Do you need me to go over everyone that was shooken up again, or do you remember?
I remember everybody. I don't think there was really anybody that got shoehorned over there that was bad, except maybe
the man who opened the show.
Mojo both going to Raw. I don't agree with. I think it should have just been Mojo.
Yeah,
we're getting a Hype Bros reunion.
No, we're getting a Major Brothers.
Major Brothers reunion. And they're gonna become
No. They're gonna become one. They're gonna become a stable and be called. No, they're gonna be called the Hype Major Bro. The Major Hype Bro. That's what it is. That's the name.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. There's the name. Boom. New stable.
I will be back on camera in a little bit.
No, you won't be so loud.
All right, let's talk. So wait, is he leaving?
No, I'm just muting my mic because I'm going up to a different room now.
Oh, okay. All right, now let's get
as much noise as possible.
Let's talk about SmackDown this week. For April 17th, 2018, we had Corey Graves, Tom Phillips, and Byron Saxton on commentary. AJ Styles comes out, and he wants an explanation from Shinsuke Nakamura about why he's been attacking him the past 2 weeks. And he wants to kick his ass. But instead, Rusev and Aiden English come out. And they talk shit to AJ Styles and said that Shinsuke Nakamura is not there. And instead, AJ Styles is just fine with wrestling one of them, to which it was Rusev. And Rusev is about to tap to the calf crusher in like almost a minute. And then Aiden English comes out and breaks it up, which causes a DQ. And then Daniel Bryan runs out and makes the save. This all gets it down because this makes no sense since Rusev's facing Undertaker at the Greatest Royal Rumble. So down.
Yeah.
So Rusev Day.
I give it a middle.
Okay.
I thought it was all right. I like how they're having Brian and AJ like friends almost.
Yeah.
Like there's a mutual admiration for each other. I kind of like that, and then of course it's always an up because it's Rusev Day.
Well, I get the down because it's the guy's holiday too, and he has to work on a holiday. How unfair is that?
And the fact that Aiden English continues to be an A+ on the microphone.
A++.
Hey, he's bald now.
How we can like seamlessly transition from like classical to rap in like 2 seconds.
Yeah. And then Shane McMahon's backstage, and Paige comes up, and they do this cringy Teddy Long reference segment where they say that now it's going to be a tag team match between Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles, Rusev and Aiden English.
Just cringe.
Down.
Paige couldn't show her tits anymore if she tried.
It's a workplace too, and your boss shouldn't be doing that type of stuff.
She's just.
Hey, Kimmy, Vicky Guerrero got away with that for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true.
And Stephanie.
Everyone in the workplace.
Then we had Shelton Benjamin. Then we had
pretty much every single female leader.
Is that underwear in your head? It's Underwear Man.
Underwear Man.
Parachute
Man. It's Shadow Man number 17.
Okay.
It's Underwear Man.
Parachute Man has been dead since the first day because you changed.
Yeah, I killed it a couple years ago.
No, he killed it himself because he changed.
Parachute Man's twin brother. Parachuto Man.
Was he Hispanic?
Yes, I'm Hispanic. I like tacos.
That's English.
That's racist.
Is it?
So, Parachuto Man, what did you think of Raw this week?
And that's Italian because of.
Well, I gotta tell you, Owen, I thought Raw was a real good show this week.
Take the underwear off your head. God, it's distracting.
All right, I've been summoned back to the underworld, so I'll see you guys another time. I'll be back.
The underworld.
Another time.
The underwear world.
All right. Anyhow, let's continue with SmackDown before this derails even further.
Hey guys,
where'd you go?
Sweaty.
Where have you been?
Walking.
Sure.
Parachuto Man was here. You just missed him.
Oh, damn it.
How come you're in the same room?
I don't know. I haven't seen anybody.
I think someone broke into your house.
Yeah, that happens.
Somehow you missed him.
I live on the wrong side of town.
All right, so I actually have a John Sev update. If you guys want to,
we need a John. We haven't heard from him in a while. What's going on with John Sev?
Is it John Sev Day?
So John Sev has his new holiday.
Is it John Sev Day?
It's called John Sev Week.
John Sev Week.
Yes.
Every week is John Sev Week.
You didn't want to steal you don't want to steal his cousin's spotlight?
He was going to go with every other day. It's John Sev Day, but he didn't want to steal his cousin's thunder, no.
It does involve free alcohol on every day.
You know what it involves? The date that it happens is on February 29th. Every February 29th is John Sev Week. Makes sense of that.
Yeah, I get it.
So I guess next year, happy John Sev Week.
It's a week of John Sev.
So what does John Sev Week consist of?
Being John Sev and appreciating the once great thing known as John Sev.
Yes. All right,
I also got news about Vince McMahon. He's not on parole. He's not coming back.
Oh man,
he's dead.
Yeah, raping a table, that is by far a very highly terrible offense.
Yeah, and
that table was a family.
Rump broke out.
He had a family, for God's sakes.
Wait, did you just say Ronald Rump broke out of jail?
He did.
So we may see him very soon.
We may.
I hope not.
Oh man, that's a terrifying. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
All right. Oh wait.
Hide your women, man. Hide your women.
All right. Let's get back to SmackDown before this derails. Now that we've had an update on all the people that used to be. So I guess I don't know if those people are going to be making their debuts on the Wrestling Rundown. They may want to stick to Aftershock Corner. They're going to be disappointed that show's canceled. But.
Well, as the general manager of the Wrestling Rundown,
you're not the general manager. You're the
Hey, I'm the general manager of the Wrestling Rundown. Owen is the champion. John's the host, and Chris is the Chris.
The Chris.
So I outrule all of you.
Yes, exactly.
I think it works because John probably
John's the host.
Yeah, why would I be the host? It's my channel.
Well, technically, I actually do have Owen's email.
Yeah, but still, I created the channel.
Yeah, but they don't know if it's you or not. I get like realistically, I could have given you your own email, and I could have come up here as you.
You should have.
Now, just to remind everybody, at the Greatest Royal Rumble event, Owen, you are defending against John, considering John had to forfeit his belt because the Aftershock Corner is no more.
And it's his rematch clause.
Not only that, but Chris and I are having a #1 contenders belt for Backlash.
I said this.
We established this at the very.
I said this earlier in the video.
Good.
So the general manager was late to his own. The general manager was late to his own show.
Which is now stripped of that position now.
Yeah, you're the
he got Bret Hart.
Kurt Angle's late to roster times. I mean, what do you expect?
He just got Bret Hart or Channel Awesomed or just wait, too soon.
All right. Next.
At least they didn't get Mike Adam lead.
Ooh.
Could always be worse.
Woof.
I don't know what's worse, Mike Adamley or the anonymous Raw general manager.
The anonymous Raw general manager.
The anonymous Raw general manager wasn't bad. It was just that
he was just really horny.
Yeah,
I guess that's one way to put it.
Oh, that's good. That's A+, John.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna have a line of the week on the show, and I think that's line of the week.
Yeah.
Bingo.
All right.
I'm gonna isolate that one later.
Then we have Shelton Benjamin versus a mystery opponent. Now Shelton Benjamin cut a terrible promo because he was never good at promos. I think Corey Graves was laughing during his promo. So,
I mean, I enjoyed it. I liked it. I thought it. He's never really been strong on the mic. That always kind of hindered him a little bit from being going to the next level.
Yeah.
But, Charlie Haas was the microphone in the world's greatest tag team.
He was, because Charlie Haas could cut a great promo.
Not only that, but he did the perfect tribute. Remember that.
The perfect tribute.
So, Shelton Benjamin says that his Twitter was hacked when he praised Chad Gable on his Twitter. So he said he's ready to get back on track and go on his own solo like he was supposed to when he came back and become a future champion in WWE. Now, one thing that was strange is that he didn't use his "Ain't No Stopping Me" theme song. He used the
there ain't no stopping Shelton Benjamin now.
Yeah.
Apparently the WWE stopped him from using his own theme song.
It's probably going to be Chad Gable's probably going to get a new theme song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could see American Alpha reuniting, even though Chad Gable said he's going solo. I mean, could happen.
That all depends on when Jason Jordan's coming back.
Yeah, that's true.
Because his neck, Steve, his neck.
His neck.
His neck.
To
the neck.
Nick. Nick. His Nick. Nick. Oh, Lodi and his Nick.
Oh my gosh. All right, and then Shelton Benjamin said he asked Paige to give him a huge opponent, to which I thought Braun Strowman was coming out, but it wasn't Braun Strowman.
It was not a huge opponent.
At first, we thought it was going to be Randy Orton, but then he was interrupted by new SmackDown superstar, Jeff Hardy. And since Jeff Hardy is the United States champion, the United States Championship is now back on SmackDown. Again.
Again. It lasted, what, less than 24 hours on Raw?
Yeah, and it could possibly go back to Raw if Jinder Mahal defeats him at the Greatest Royal Rumble event.
Oh, laugh if that happens.
So Jeff Hardy...
The man formerly known as Gender.
Yeah.
Ginger.
Well, I'm going to state the obvious of why Jeff should hang on to the belt. The chicks love him. Simple as that.
Not a fan of dogs.
So then Jeff Hardy and Shelton Benjamin have a pretty good match. Jeff Hardy went with a Swanton Bomb, but I thought this was a pretty good match. And then, I didn't ask it. So what did you guys' thoughts on this match?
Thumbs in the middle.
Why thumbs in the middle?
I fucking hate the fact that Jeff Hardy is on SmackDown.
I can understand that because I guess you wanted to see.
They cock teased, and then they fucking said, "You know what? You're going to SmackDown."
Hey, Chris.
Hey, maybe in all his Woken wisdom, the Woken universe can be spread over to SmackDown.
Well, maybe technically, Jeff Hardy and Brother Nero could just be. Jeff Hardy could be on one show. Brother Nero could be on Raw.
Like they did they were going to do with Cody Rhodes, but they fucked it up.
Yeah.
And now he's one of the biggest things on the Indies.
Hey, I'm just saying it could happen. All right, then the Miz cuts one of those cell phone promos where he says he's not going to actually show up on SmackDown because he's such a big enough star. He doesn't want to be overshadowed by the other guys coming over to SmackDown, which makes sense. So then he reveals that he's actually at his house, and he said that Daniel Bryan apparently posted on Twitter that he was gonna punch Miz in his face, and he says that if the Miz does that, if Daniel Bryan punches him in the face, he will unleash hell on. He will whip his ass, and he couldn't say ass because his baby was right there, and Maurice didn't want him swimming in front of his newborn daughter.
The tits spoke for the first time.
Then the Miz says that he's gonna win. He's gonna make SmackDown must see because he's the Miz and he's awesome. I felt, and somehow he didn't wake the baby when he was screaming. I don't know how, but he didn't.
That would have been funny if I had known when the baby wakes up. He's just like, damn it.
Wakes up and says, "Fuck you."
So I
what I find kind of odd. You know what I find kind of odd?
What?
Here's something I noticed. So Miz is supposed to be the heel, but he's talking about his newborn baby child.
It's just like a cheap heel tactic. It's like, oh, come on, don't be that jerk that uses kids.
Come on.
What are you talking about? They use kids. Cena use kids all the time.
And he hates kids.
And he hates children. He doesn't want to have it.
The best one was the Raw after Mania. It's just Seth. You made my baby girl cry. Seth was just like, I'm sorry.
That was awesome. But overall, this was a good promo. This was a good promo. Gets an up.
Yeah, definitely.
Miz on his porn set.
Apparently, yeah. Then we had the next match. It was Jey Uso with Jimmy Uso inside versus Hapa with Rowan inside. This was a 2-minute squash. It was exactly what it should have been. And Hapa beats Jey Uso with a discus clothesline, even though Jey should have won by DQ since Rowan threw him into the post, but the ref just decided not to call a DQ because he just chose not to. Then afterwards, the Bludgeon Brothers beat the crap out of the Usos. Until Naomi comes out and
begs them to stop.
Yeah, and they do stop. So this we get thumbs in the middle because they shouldn't have stopped. They should have just beat them up anyways because they're monsters. They should be beaten. They shouldn't care who's watching.
I give it a thumbs in the middle because I thought Naomi superly overreacted. Her acting was like terrible to begin with. It was horrible. And she's overacting on top of it.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
The screeching too. Like is every woman on this roster every time they're like frightened they screech all the time?
Yeah.
Like Carmella screeches every time she yells. Like Naomi was screeching on like you could hear her from the next fucking town over.
It's true.
Yeah. Then we had Sin Cara versus a mystery opponent who was coming over to SmackDown. And John, who was that mystery opponent?
It was one Senior Joe.
Yeah, I'll let you break down this segment. I'll be nice.
Don't be nice. Be mean.
Nope, gonna be nice.
Hey, Owen, I have your wallet.
I'm being nice and let you break down this segment.
You better be goddamn nice. I got your goddamn wallet here.
All right, break down the segment before I change my mind.
Joe came out and basically just destroyed Sin Cara and said he's going to lay waste to SmackDown. And Steve is just leaving because he can sense the awkwardness in this situation. Or he just have to close a door.
Yeah, you had to close the door.
Yeah.
Oh, but this was awesome. Up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Up.
It's kind of weird that he's on SmackDown all of a sudden.
It is like now the feud can't even happen again.
I actually am okay with Samoa Joe going to SmackDown because
they need a big star, like another big star. Basically,
I'm okay because of one specific reason. You see, the Shinsuke, AJ, New Japan stuff. That's good. That's right here. The Samoa Joe, AJ, TNA stuff. That's all the way up here.
I agree with that.
I mean, I know for other people who grew up with the New Japan stuff more, they might say different. But for me, I grew up with the TNA feud, so that's just how I feel about it.
Nakamura and AJ's match was better, but I can understand where you're coming from.
Yeah,
like the one at Wrestle Kingdom. That's what I'm
saying. Then we had Sanity vignette. They're going to be called up to SmackDown minus Nikki Cross, which is
for some reason that
why
I do not.
Well, I think about it like this, because I don't know, you don't watch NXT, John, and NXT has like no woman really for Shayna Baszler to wrestle.
So I think that's gonna get good there.
Yeah. So I think they want to keep Nikki Cross down there, so that way Shayna Baszler will have someone to wrestle.
Yeah, it's a good prediction. I really don't know why they wouldn't just bring her up with them, so that's probably the best reason.
There's no one down there.
Yeah.
Well, they have people down there, but
there's literally no one.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Then, Chris, I'll let you break this segment down because I'm being nice. Daniel Bryan gets interviewed.
He's talking about how good. Wasn't it talking about how good it was to be back on SmackDown or whatever as a wrestler?
Yeah, and how he respects AJ Styles too.
Yeah, how like they have a friendship and whatnot, and then shows up, and
that's Big Cass. If you don't know, for people who don't know.
Oh, I know.
He got traded to SmackDown. He looked
big ass.
He looked directly over AJ and then goes, "Oh, you're down there, funny," and he pats him on the head. And I forget what else had happened.
What happened? Overall, this gets enough. I enjoyed this segment backstage.
I was just like, there he is.
This big ass.
Yeah.
And I guess him moving to SmackDown, I guess, is a nice change for him versus going to Raw. I wonder if he should have changed his look though, because now everyone's gonna everyone remembers him mainly because of the Enzo Amore, and I think they want to get away from that as much as they could.
Yeah, they probably.
Well, it's not gonna happen. I don't think it doesn't matter if he came back with a new look or not. He still is Big Cass.
If he came back with a mask on,
maybe
as
Colin,
just change his name and call him.
No. His new name, the Big Mask.
The big mask.
All right,
That's 2 lines I have to.
Steve, I'm gonna be nice to you now. You get to talk about.
Not allowed.
Hey,
Blake can't talk.
Hey, he's apparently he thinks he's the GM. So
yeah, dang right, I think I'm the GM.
So you get to talk about the celebration, Steve, and the match that followed.
Remind me what the match that followed was.
Charlotte Flair with Becky Lynch versus Billie Kay with Peyton Royce.
The celebration was. It was good. I mean, I really don't have any gripe with Carmella. She's not great, but she's certainly gotten better than where she used to be. Honestly, though, the match that followed was pretty good. It was nice to see the iconic duo finally in a match on SmackDown. You
gotta correct you, Steve. It's the icon. We gotta be politically correct here. It's the Iconics now.
It's a double Iconics.
Yeah, Iconics.
Iconics.
Or if they're just talking by themselves, the I got breast implants. So that's pretty much them right now. So anyhow.
Okay, ready? One more. The 2 Conics.
Yeah. The match was good. Charlotte won, right?
Yeah, she beat Billie Kay with the figure 8.
Right, yeah, so they won. That was predictable. And then they tried to do a beatdown, but Asuka made her SmackDown debut, which was cool. I mean, I still think it would have made more sense for Asuka to have just turned heel at Mania, but you know what? Whatever.
Yeah, so I'll kind of about. So obviously, too, I think people are going to complain that Billie Kay lost her first match on SmackDown. I think either way, that match is 50-50 booking because you can't really have Charlotte Flair lose because she just broke Asuka's streak and she can't be losing really either. So it's 50-50.
2 weeks in a row?
Huh? Yeah. And then obviously with Asuka turning heel, I would normally say yes, but considering the fact that Nakamura turned heel the same night, and you can't really have two heel turns in the same fashion.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I do think maybe the Asuka heel turn maybe is coming though. It could be.
It could be.
But this segment, I would say, I'll say it gets a thumbs in the middle. It was just kind of there.
Yeah, I give it thumbs in the middle.
What do you give it, John?
Fine.
Chris?
It was okay. I mean, I feel like Carmella's speech was like all over the place.
And then the video package was weird.
It was just like a weird thing that they did.
Yeah.
Like she was all over the place. She was like randomly interacting with the fans when it was like uncomfortable at times.
Yeah, I can understand that. Then we had Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson vignette. They've been traded to SmackDown, not drafted, traded to SmackDown. I actually think that's a good move because Gallows and Anderson really have both floundering on Raw. So I think them moving to SmackDown is a necessary change. And this does make me question now what happens with Gallows, Anderson, and AJ Styles. Do they reform the club again? I'm really not sure. I actually think what would be kind of cool is if they joined up with Nakamura against AJ Styles.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Even though it'd be kind of strange because I know in the Wrestle Kingdom match it was the opposite. So
the club could just reunite as faces this time around. Wouldn't be the craziest thing.
True, yeah. So yeah, I mean, we can't really say that's an up or a down if they're going to SmackDown because that was just more of a vignette than anything else. So
yeah.
Then the Bar cuts a selfie promo. This gets it down because I hate these promos. So, but they're on Raw now and they're gonna dominate the tag.
They're on SmackDown, you mean?
Yes.
SmackDown now.
Which means they're not winning the Raw tag team titles because they're not going to take the Raw tag team championships to SmackDown. So, stranger stuff has happened though.
Yeah.
Then the New Day's backstage, and they run into R-Truth. Who
R-Truth is apparently on SmackDown now, but he thinks he's still on Raw.
Just like me, just like I think it's Raw too.
Oh, my bad.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
R-Truth's my bad gimmick is freaking hilarious.
I guess it gets an up. You can give an up to comedy. So up.
Yeah. Comedy always gets enough.
Not always.
Most of the time.
Barring it actually being funny.
Yeah. And then we find out that the last the last trade on SmackDown was Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega. They cut one of those selfie promos at the Performance Center. Where are these selfie promos going? How do the people find them? I don't know. You'd have to tell me, but
yeah,
they said they're gonna dominate at SmackDown, and I think this was a great move for Almas to go to SmackDown. I can't wait. I think it was definitely time for him to be called up after his most recent performances. So, what are you guys' thoughts on Almas being on the main roster on SmackDown now?
Deserving.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Exactly.
It's the fact that, like, not long ago, like a year ago, he wanted to leave. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, Del Rio had an interview, and they're like kind of close, and he said that he wanted out, like at the end of last year, I think. He wanted to go back to Mexico.
I was gonna say, I've said it before. Almas is definitely that guy in NXT that started out sucking and ended up being great.
He was a Chip and Dale's dancer who run and threw his dick at people's faces.
Yeah, exactly. But now he's going to SmackDown. I see a lot of I definitely see him probably. I would like to see him versus Jeff Hardy for the United States Championship. That would be really good.
Yeah, I could see that being a match.
Then we had the main event. It was AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan versus Rusev and Aiden English. This was a typical tag team match. And then Bryan's about to beat Rusev with the running knee, I think it's called. And Nakamura pops up out of nowhere and low blows
This is
AJ
fucking
Styles
funny.
His
Shinsuke Nakamura and his obsession with hitting people's nuts.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Which is why I think they should change his name to Nutty Nakamura.
Nutty.
And then Big Cass comes out of nowhere and big boots Bryan in the head. And
what do you have to say about it?
And then as Big Cass's theme song's going off and everything, Renee Young tries to interview Shinsuke Nakamura and asks why he continuously attacks AJ Styles, but he doesn't speak English, so he can't understand what he's saying. I feel bad for the guy.
Feel bad. He can't speak English.
I don't speak English.
That's what I'm gonna say now every time someone talks to me. No speak English.
Every time you know who asks you for $1 for lunch, just tell them you don't speak English.
I don't speak English.
So
no English.
I like the ending of SmackDown. I thought it was funny. So that the ending will get it up. What is going to get it down is that we had to hear Big Cass's theme song again.
I missed it. I missed how shitty it was and how generic.
It's just a weird song. It really is.
It's just so generic.
John, what did you think?
Rock song.
What did you think of the ending of SmackDown?
That was fine. It's gonna be interesting to see Big Cass in the feud with Bryan. I mean, if anyone can carry him to a good match, it'd probably be Bryan.
Yeah.
Then again, I haven't really seen. I've only seen Big Cass in like really one big singles feud, and that was with the worst wrestler in the company. So can we really blame him?
Worst wrestler on the planet.
Well, no, he had the feud with Big Show. But then
he could barely move.
Yeah,
who could barely move.
Yeah, it was still the best part of that feud.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how plus two, maybe Big Cass. Maybe he really is a good wrestler. It's just we never knew.
Oh, we can hope. We can hope.
So that was SmackDown. I actually thought SmackDown was a great show. This felt, I know,
huge.
SmackDown definitely benefited more from the Superstar shakeup. They got more talent.
Oh, definitely.
They got more, but obviously, what happened?
Hey guys, I gotta go.
All right, that's fine.
All right.
See you guys.
See ya.
Yep.
Well, luckily, I don't think you saw the next two shows we're going to review anyway, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's probably why you left.
But anyhow, the question I was going to ask, what I was about to say though is, I remember last year we said the same thing, that SmackDown benefited more, and it ended up being the worst show out of the two last year because we had Jinder Mahal as WWE champion. We had I think the funny thing is the guy that ended up being the worst guy in the roster that was the worst worst trade last year. Ended up being the WWE champion. So this year, I'm trying to think. Oh, I forgot to also mention too, because I didn't write it down. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville were also traded to SmackDown.
That's what makes sense why they still have the theme song, I guess.
Yeah, I expect a segment to happen next week where they expect Paige to show favoritism toward them, but since Paige is a face now, it won't happen.
Yeah, it's definitely not
gonna
happen.
Be like, I'm the GM now. I can't do that anymore.
All right, but overall, I thought the Superstar Shakeup on SmackDown was great. I'm gonna definitely give it an 8. The show an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed SmackDown this week.
Yeah, I mean, both of them.
But SmackDown was really good. Yeah, I thought match quality, I thought Raw had it a little bit better. But in terms of the shakeup, SmackDown definitely won that in that aspect.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, both brands definitely benefit from the shakeup, I think.
Yeah,
I think Raw's going to continue to be a juggernaut, regardless of who they got.
Yeah.
Whereas SmackDown I think definitely has struggled, so they definitely need Joe and a bunch of others.
Yeah.
To kind of help that.
All I have to say is I really hope AJ versus Joe is a match this year at SummerSlam.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome. All right, now on to 205 Live. That happened on the same day.
Didn't even watch it.
I didn't watch it. Just tell us what happened, and we'll just call it a day.
And then NXT.
Percy Watson and Vic Joseph did commentary. Mustafa Ali defeated Alia Davari with the 054. That was actually a really good match.
I saw that. Like I said, I saw up till about 2 minutes into the Kendrick Gallagher tag team match. But I thought that was a very solid match. Very, very good match.
And Alia Davari had cut this promo talking about how Mustafa Ali blew it at WrestleMania and stuff. I thought he had a good promo. Drake Maverick then was backstage, and he announced how he originally made a Cruiserweight Championship match between Cedric Alexander and Buddy Murphy at the Greatest Royal Rumble event, but since Buddy Murphy didn't make the weight limit, he was pulled out of the match, which doesn't make any sense because that match isn't until next week, so the guy really can't get. Yeah,
I guess they said a specific day for him, and it was happened to be that day.
Yeah. I also got to say this. If you're checking Buddy Murphy's weight, you probably should be checking Grand Metalik's weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially since Buddy Murphy's a fucking asshole, so yes.
And I think Buddy Murphy, I think what probably added the extra 2 pounds, he might have been thinking about Alexa Bliss at the same time. So obviously a couple of pounds are going to go up when you're thinking about Alexa Bliss at the same time. So especially with those enhancements that she just got too. So
oh yeah.
Have you seen the picture?
Yeah, it's on her Instagram page.
It actually suits her quite well.
Yeah.
Is she Billie Kay and Peyton Royce about to be hanging out a lot more per se?
Not with her attire specifically.
Oh, okay.
She's more conservative up top and not so much on the bottom.
So then Drake Maverick though announces that he's gonna make a gauntlet match for next week, and whoever wins that will face Cedric at the Greatest Royal Rumble.
I hope it's Mustafa Ali again. I want to see that rematch.
Either that or Drew Gulak. Yeah. I think those are the two that I see winning it.
Or even a triple threat if they if Buddy Murphy comes out and attacks both of them.
Yeah.
Be a triple threat and then fuck Buddy Murphy.
He's probably getting the chance. He's probably going to get the championship match at Backlash.
It's probably going to be like he's probably going to get the match like anyway. It's probably going to be Buddy Murphy versus
I have a question,
Alexander.
I have a question. Is anybody else a little surprised that Drake Maverick hasn't turned heel yet?
A little bit.
I'm not. I mean, like he's trying to be like impartial.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how long does that like ever last with a general manager? You know what I mean?
I mean, with SmackDown and Raw kind of lasted.
That's true. That's true.
Then we had Jack Gallagher and the Brian Kendrick versus Vinny Stalisk and Kevin JT Perez. I have no clue, but they're two local athletes, and I think you know who won that. If it's two wrestlers,
the Jobbers.
Yay! No, it was the Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher. I would like to see something happen where the Jobber finally wins one of these matches, but it's never going to happen.
Steiner came back and beat all of them up. Fun fact about Scott Steiner I'll get into a little later on.
Sure. Then Mustafa Ali gets interviewed, and he says that he wants the Cruiserweight Championship. Drew Gulak's backstage, and he talks crap to Tony Nese and announces he's going to be in the gauntlet. Then Grand Metalik and Lindsay Dorado defeated Hideo Itami and Akira Tozawa in a tornado tag team match with Drake Maverick on commentary. That was match.
Typing that up in the package at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, that match I thought was very good. Definitely the match of the night. My favorite match this week. So that match was very good. So overall, 205 Live I thought was a really good show this week, and I can't wait to watch next week's. Now moving on to NXT. Which took place yesterday, and then we had the commentary team of Percy Watson and Mauro Ranallo, and the show opens up with
as Nigel McGuinness is currently out of action
because he just had a kid.
In fact, if him and his, I think, wife or girlfriend or fiance, whatever, they had a child. So
yes,
congratulations to Nigel and his significant other.
Yep. And the show opened up with so I think he's going to be gone. I think they said 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So he'll probably be on 205 Live this week, but NXT he probably won't be on for probably another week because I know they tape it in advance.
Yeah.
Well, it could be It could be a few weeks before he's on NXT actually, because
this episode was this episode live or was it taped?
I think this was taped. But I don't know. It could have been live.
It's almost.
I mean, because they didn't mention Bruno, so I think it might have been taped.
No, they did in memory of in the beginning of the show, but I wonder if they just.
But like, Mauro didn't mention it in the match with Phoebe and Eichner at all.
Oh, why? Because did he train him or something?
No, because they both came from Italy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is interesting. So I'm assuming they're gonna. Yeah, so it might have been taped. All right, but Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae come out and cut a promo. Gargano says he's pretty much back in NXT. They have a few more things they want to accomplish. And Gargano says he wants the NXT Championship. And I thought the segment was very good. It was kind of like a nice follow-up to Gargano coming back, and I enjoyed it. So, up.
It was good. I liked it.
I kind of wonder what's going to happen with Tommaso Ciampa now.
Yeah, me too.
He's somehow going to get interjected into it.
Yeah, because, like, as cool as it is that, like, that match ended the way it did, like, they cannot coexist on the same show now. I hope everyone knows that.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't know what happens. Yeah, I do have a theory about what I guess could happen, but I would say what later on in the review. I almost said later on in the night, later on in the review.
Technically, later on in the review is later on in the night, so you're not wrong.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll have to wait. But I enjoyed this promo segment. He even Gargano even apologized to his wife for being like that days for the past few months, and I enjoyed that. So yeah, this was a very good opening segment. Then Killian Dane's backstage, and he pretty much cuts a promo talking about how Lars Sullivan cost him a chance to win the North American Championship, and he said that tonight no one can stop him from destroying Lars Sullivan, except Lars Sullivan.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what happened. So he cut a good promo. This is probably going to be Killian Dane's last NXT appearance, but only time will tell. Then Ricochet wrestled Fabian Eichner. This match I thought was a pretty good match. Ricochet won with the 630 splash, and then afterwards he cuts a promo about all the future stars that have been in NXT, and he said he wants to become a future star himself. I like this. I like this. This was a good showcase for Ricochet, and I like Fabian Eichner too. They're both really good wrestlers.
Great.
And then we have
love Ricochet, so it's like
it's
one of my favorites. So it's like that 630 is so fucking. It's one of my favorite moves.
Yeah, I know, it's cool.
It's so fucking cool.
And then EC3 has a vignette to which I still don't know if he's a face or a heel or not. So
still don't know. One second he's a face, next second he's flaunting his wealth.
Yeah.
They say he comes from a wealthy family. I wonder what family that could be.
Yeah. All right, then Lars Sullivan was backstage, and he said that he's gonna extinguish pain on Killian Dane. It was a good promo.
But the thing that made this promo even more intimidating and scary was the fact that the fucking moonlight hit Lars Sullivan perfectly.
Yeah, definitely.
He looked even more fucking menacing than he already is.
Then we had the next match. It was the War Raiders versus JC and Chris. The War Raiders destroy them.
Or Deuce and Domino, because that's literally what I saw them as.
You saw them as what?
As Deuce and Domino.
Yeah, they're pretty much the same gimmick as Deuce.
It's like, I'm like, who the fuck is that Deuce and Domino?
So I've only seen the War Raiders wrestle a handful of times, so I can't tell which one is which. But one of them like immediately takes out either JC or Chris.
I'll tell you who's who.
Yeah, maybe you should break this down.
Long beard, big dude, very athletic. Ray Rowe is the other guy with the tattoos.
So, do you want to break this match down, Chris? Because you probably know you know both these wrestlers more, and it's easier for you if you break it down than me.
A lot of judo throws by Ray Rowe. Fucking Hansen did a fucking cartwheel, which was fucking awesome. Ray Rowe hit a vicious knee, and before the finish of the match, you could hear in the crowd someone saying, "Stop the damn match." Yeah, that's so fucking loud that everyone could hear it. And then they hit their finisher, which is like the leg drop, sidewalk slam kind of thing, or whatever, for the victory.
Yep.
And they I forgot one thing is they pop up like power slam that I think Hansen hit it when Rowe popped up to Hansen and Hansen hit him with a power slam.
Yeah.
Very dominating start. Looking forward to War Raiders Machine on NXT.
I think based on this performance, they're gonna be the team that beats Undisputed Era for the NXT tag team titles, probably at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4. They're gonna probably be the team that beats
I hope so. That'd be awesome.
So yeah, this gets an up. Two thumbs up actually. But here's a
thumbs up.
I'm gonna let you break this down, Chris, because this is what you wanted to talk about. Do I even need to say what it is?
All right, now you're gonna say, the doodly looking thing, who sounds like a fucking teenage boy on helium, is walking down the hallway saying that nobody can beat her. She walks into the locker room full of nobodies, and takes off a piece of masking tape that was for I guess that's what they used down there instead of nameplates as masking tape.
Yeah, it was like Ember Moon's like
her nameplate or whatever. She's like, you don't need this anymore, and then puts her stupid fucking card on there because she's the ace of spades. Ooh. And then he, she, shim, whatever the fuck it is, says that that step up to me, whatever, or leave. And Dakota Kai, who is wearing a new Legacy Inc. t-shirt, their new t-shirt, plug, they're fucking awesome. She gets up and she goes to walk out, and that thing was talking to her, and it just ended. I was like, okay, I guess this is who they have their champion now. I mean, if you compare the two, if you compare Ronda Rousey and this fucking thing, that thing has more wrestling experience than Ronda Rousey does, because she's been wrestling for a few more years. But for some reason, she's fucking worse. I don't even know how that's possible. I don't know how that's possible to be worse than Ronda Rousey, who's been in the business for 2 weeks. If that. Maybe a week.
It takes a special kind of bad.
And she has put on 2 of arguably the worst women's matches in NXT history. And she's the more experienced wrestler.
Yep.
I just don't get it. I don't see the push. She's not intimidating whatsoever. I just don't see the push.
And all the, like I said, who does she wrestle? All these women, the woman that she wrestled, minus Kairi Sane, Candice LeRae, and Zelina Vega. All these women are like a bunch of jabronis that were in that locker room.
I don't even see Candice LeRae, Kairi Sane even in that locker room. What the fuck were they? They disappeared. They like the fucking. They put on one like a Harry Potter's cloak and disappeared.
So this segment for you and me, Chris, gets a thumbs down.
30,000 thumbs down. It was terrible.
Wait,
yeah.
First of all, she shouldn't be talking because she's so fucking terrible.
Yeah, it is bad.
Her mic skills
it was
are
about
fucking
that bad,
awful.
yeah.
And she has prior experience. She's been wrestling since 2015, and she's shit on the mic. She's never getting to WWE. She's never getting to the main roster. Ever. This is going to be a failed experiment. People are going to be looking back down a few years down the road. They okay, remember Shayna Baszler? Oh, no, I don't, actually, because she was terrible, and she got released.
Steve, your thoughts on this segment?
Shayna Baszler just sucks. She just sucks. She's awful.
She's the worst. Like, I thought this match would have been better against Ember Moon at TakeOver, but it was worse.
Yeah, pretty much.
You do this. Ember Moon does the same thing that you did to her, and you don't sell it in the finish. You don't sell it at all in the finish. I'm like, how am I supposed to believe anything in NXT if they don't fucking sell anything?
It's true.
Meanwhile, you do the same thing to Ember Moon, and she fucking is out for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she fucking hits her finish. She hits the Eclipse, and then sells the arm injury for 6 minutes.
So, this NXT Women's Division needs a lot of help right now.
That's why Nikki Cross is still down there, but it's not going to make a difference because they have a fucking idiot as champion.
Then we had...
I'm not saying that because she's a heel. She legitimately sucks.
And my question is, who's down there now that can legitimately beat her?
Kairi Sane.
Kairi Sane, probably.
Candice LeRae.
Actual wrestler. Candice LeRae, an actual wrestler.
That's true.
Not some fake MMA fighter who got fucking released from UFC because she sucked.
She didn't even make it a UFC. She was in Bellator.
I thought she was in UFC.
No, I think she was just Bellator.
I thought she was, but yeah, I could be wrong. But anyway, she got released from her fucking contract.
Yeah, she was bad.
That means you suck.
All right. Next, though, Chris, is a mark-out moment. I think this is like a year to the
date. She was in UFC.
Oh, okay.
But this was a mark-out moment, Chris. He's finally been saved. Kona Reeves has finally been saved, baby.
As soon as, like, no lie, this is my first reaction when he popped up. I was like, who is this homo? And I was like, oh, wait, it's Kona Reeves. That was literally, I was like, okay, they're going to have two fucking, like...
It's like you're trying to go to bed, it's late at night, watching NXT. He's like, who the hell are you?
Yeah.
I was like, the last time I saw him, he had fucking short hair.
But he still has been saved, though. His career was saved.
He's been saved by the gay community.
Yeah, I have a question. Who's Kona Reeves?
So, Chris, do you want to explain the joke of Kona Reeves?
He was teaming up with No Way Jose about What would you say, Owen? Roughly like a couple of years ago?
No, he was facing Rich Swann in a match.
Was he? I thought he. Oh yeah, because this is what 2 years ago now. 3.
Yeah.
Was it Rich Swann and Kona Reeves, right?
Yep.
Yep. And then No Way Jose came out and saved Rich Swann, and then Kona Reeves was pissed off because No Way Jose saved Rich Swann and not him. And that's where the whole thing came from, where Kona Reeves has not been saved.
Yep.
But that's been 3 years now, I think.
Yeah.
He's still not been saved, technically.
Yeah.
No Way Jose can't save him anymore.
No Way Jose's on the main. No Way Jose's on the main roster now.
So he's forever not savable by No Way Jose.
Yep. Unless Kona Reeves goes to Raw.
I mean, what are they gonna do now? Basically, like Kona Reeves and Velveteen Dream are like the same gimmick, pretty much.
Maybe they should be a tag team.
Except for like, I could see Kona Reeves being like more metrosexual, but like they're basically the same gimmick.
Yeah, we have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Then next, Pete Dunne gets interviewed, and he wants to know his reactions to what Roderick Strong did to him, and he just said, "I'll be back in a couple of weeks to deal with it." Good.
Good, because he threatened to beat the shit out of him, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love Pete Dunne.
And
I love Pete Dunne.
Yeah, Pete Dunne's won me over. I wasn't a huge fan of him until like probably after that match, but like he's actually really good.
He's like ever since I saw the match he had against who was it? His first match against it was Mandrews, I think. Was it a Mandrews? Like his first NXT match?
Yeah, it was.
I had watched him like a little bit before that, in the UK tournament and whatnot. But like that first match that I saw against Mandrews won me over.
Yeah, definitely.
He's fucking awesome. He's so fucking good.
Yeah.
I don't think that guy's capable of putting on a bad match. I think he even had like a passable match with Enzo Amore, ironically enough.
True.
And because he beat the shit out of him.
I'm just saying, like, if you could have a passable match with Enzo Amore, you did something right. Then we had the next match. It was, I don't know why this didn't. I guess I could kind of understand why this didn't main event, but this should have main evented more than what it actually did main event. No DQ match: Killian Dane versus Lars Sullivan. This match was a pretty good match. Killian Dane throws Sullivan into the steps. He hits a suicide. He goes to hit a suicide dive on him. Sullivan catches him and rams him into the post, and then he hits a suplex on the ground or the floor. And Lars Sullivan picks apart Killian Dane. He hits a diving headbutt from the second turnbuckle, and Dane kicks out. He gets a couple of chairs and hits Dane with it a couple of times, to which Dane got his nose busted open. And Killian Dane starts to make his comeback. He hits the wasteland into the senton into the Vader bomb, to which obviously Lars Sullivan was kicking out of that. He brings out a table. Killian Dane puts him through the table with the high cross body, and then eventually Lars Sullivan finally recovers. He hits a freak accident onto 2 chairs for the win. I mean, this would have been more unpredictable if we knew that, but I think it's really clear Lars Sullivan was winning because Killian Dane's going to SmackDown. So
I feel like that they just they gave away a pay-per-view match on a taped episode of NXT.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
Like that's like Bull Dempsey versus Baron Corbin.
Well,
like
in NXT's defense, they didn't really have a choice because Killian Dane's going to SmackDown. So
yeah, that's true. But they could have done it like take it because they had a feud before Takeover.
Yeah.
Like they were feuding before Takeover. So why not have that hardcore match at Takeover?
I was gonna say,
instead of having 2 big guys who couldn't do really much in the ladder match.
Yeah.
Just had them have them being like a no holds barred match.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Good point.
And I thought this match was very good. I thought it was going to be like how NXT's hardcore matches usually are, where it's like none of the weapons get used and they just have a regular wrestling match. But they actually did use weapons, which I was surprised.
Yeah. I think it wouldn't have made sense for them not to use weapons because of Killian Dane's gimmick.
Yeah.
Then
Killian Dane was clearly over here because he was clearly the face of this match.
Yeah, definitely.
And one thing I was really impressed with was when Lars Sullivan hit that diving clothesline at the top rope to the outside.
Oh yeah, I forgot it. Yeah,
that was pretty cool for a big guy to do that.
No, I obviously
he doesn't do that very often.
I still can't believe though. I know this is like off topic a little bit, but how surreal it's gonna be that Eric Young is gonna be in like a mainstream WWE win. Like that doesn't feel like it's
with not only that, with some of his closest friends. Not to mention AJ, Joe, all in the same brand now.
Yeah. If only Bobby Roode was still on.
I know, yeah, but it could have a fucking TNA Originals reunion.
Yeah. So I guess that SummerSlam match isn't going to happen, Steve.
We'll see.
All right, but then the Undisputed Era have a photo shoot. It was okay. It was just kind of there.
It was just kind of there. Yeah, it's true.
It's kind of something they did.
I do. They're obviously going to do something big with them next week since Adam Cole's going to be having his first ever North American Championship match against Owen next week. So obviously, I expect Roderick Strong to explain why he joined the group. But we know we know why he joined the group because Bobby Fish is hurt. So
yeah,
it wasn't.
But I'm interested to see where that angle goes, though. Now.
Yeah, definitely. Then we had the main event. It was Candice LeRae versus Selena Vega. Candice LeRae beats the crap out of Selena Vega in the beginning. Andrade Cien though, when she's about to win, gets up on the apron. Gargano makes an appearance. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't hate the match or anything, but this definitely reminded me of the old Diva matches from back in 2012 and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it. I skipped right through it.
Yeah. But they pretty much get the win when they both get the Gargano escape on LeRae puts it on Vega and Gargano puts it on Almas and Vega taps out. I am kind of disappointed that this is kind of like the blow off of the feud since Vega and Almas are going to SmackDown. I think they should have done a mixed tag team match instead of just this match because this match did not feel like a blow off match at all.
Oh yeah. I agree.
But again, it's not like NXT. There's nothing NXT. I don't think NXT is at fault here because they had to do something. So, and then pretty much Gargano just says, "Okay, Candice, you had your moment. I'm having mine now. I'm challenging for the NXT Championship for next week." And Aleister Black comes out and accepts. And yeah, next week's episode of NXT, I'm really looking forward to. I can't wait to see Aleister Black versus Gargano for the NXT Championship. Adam Cole versus Oney Lorcan. And then obviously what they're going to do with 2 weeks to Conan Reeves is debuting and obviously something big going to happen with Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong. So
yeah, potentially British Strong style feud maybe.
Yeah, I definitely. Overall, this NXT I thought was good. This was more of a setup. This was more of a setup to next week than anything else.
Oh yeah.
But this was still a good episode. And then obviously we got a couple of big news stories to break down. The first one, obviously John mentioned it in the beginning of the video. Unfortunately, yesterday morning. What time was it exactly? Because I didn't get.
It was early in the morning. Roughly, I think around 9:00.
Yeah. Bruno Sammartino unfortunately passed away at 82. Now, obviously, that's actually very good for that he got to live up to 82 because typically a lot of wrestlers nowadays don't live that well.
Especially with the shit that he went through as a young kid, as a young child. Having to escape, like basically, war torn Italy during World War II.
Yeah.
Surviving on next to nothing.
Yeah.
Before meeting up with his father in Pittsburgh in 1950.
Yeah.
Where his dad had actually moved to Pittsburgh in 1939, but they didn't go with him. And then they met up with him again in 1950.
Yeah.
And then
just an absolute warrior. It's a massive loss for the wrestling world. I think for all he's done in the world of professional wrestling, he meant a lot to it.
Definitely.
He was really the first pioneer, like a pioneer of wrestling.
He was the first guy.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a list of guys like John Cena, Hulk Hogan, but I'd say he was the first.
He was the first, beloved by everyone, and the nicest people in wrestling.
Yeah.
Great guy. I've heard nothing but great things about him. It's a sad loss. It's tragic. It's extremely tragic.
Definitely, yeah. And obviously too, we know that him and Vince McMahon, Vince McMahon that's alive now, obviously had a falling out.
When they went back to when they went to the Attitude Era.
Yep.
He didn't like that, so he kind of was estranged from them until they went back to the PG era.
Yeah, what was their whole issue with each other?
Bruno didn't like the fact that it was the
Attitude
Era. He did not like the Attitude Era at all. Did not like what it stood for at all. Because he's more of a traditionalist, and I get it.
Yeah.
But it didn't really their relationship really got back to being good. 5 years ago, I think it was roughly.
Well, it was Triple H that made the call to him to go in the Hall of Fame. I think that's why he.
Yeah, it was Hunter, and it was the best thing they ever did.
Yeah.
And now he'll be immortalized forever.
Yeah.
And rightfully so, in the Hall of Fame and with the statue, also too that he got.
Exactly. I think he was the first one to get a statue, if I'm not mistaken, too, right?
Yeah, I think it was him.
Him, then Andre.
Was it him, then Andre, then Flair, and then Dusty, right?
Yeah. Warrior has one. Ultimate Warrior has one, too.
And then Fabulous, a pair of underwear.
Yeah. All right.
Trophy.
Another big news story, obviously. Ironically enough, that was broken out right after the show on Sunday. We should have stayed on a few more minutes, Chris, because we would have been able to break this news down. On Sunday, I don't know if it was actually on Sunday. It might have been earlier than that. John Cena and Nikki Bella called off their engagement, and they are no longer a couple.
And contrary to popular belief, Cena's not the one that called it off.
It was Nikki.
Yep.
I
guess you could say she just couldn't see it in him.
Yep.
There's a lot of shit that's coming out as the days go along. He's Cena's not this Mr. Good guy that you see.
No.
He's a very selfish human being. It just sucks that it had to go down the way it did. Because he was steadfast on not having kids.
You can definitely see that he is.
Nikki really wants kids now because after Brie had Birdie, she really wants kids now, and Cena was, dead set on not having any. It's kind of weird at the same time because that's what he's all for. That's what his gimmick is. That's what he is in real life. He's all for kids, and it's just I don't get it. Your whole spiel is towards kids.
Yeah.
You do the Kids' Choice Awards. Your gimmick is for kids.
Yeah. Because the Make-A-Wish.
It's been that way since 2008.
He did the Make-A-Wish stuff.
He's the most, Make-A-Wish. He's got the most wishes granted.
And look,
he
I'm not saying
doesn't want kids. I mean, I don't get it.
I'm not saying WWE is gonna do this, but if there were a time to pull that heel turn trigger, now wouldn't be such a bad time.
Yeah, because I would agree with that.
I mean, look, it's not like they need him to stay face anymore.
I know, yeah, they don't.
But even though they could pull it, they won't.
Yeah.
It's just
But I'll be honest. I kind of saw this coming because I obviously didn't think that they were gonna go through with it.
Oh, it kind of was obvious.
Yeah.
They were supposed to get married on the 5th, so I mean, for that to happen, weeks before your wedding. I don't know. I mean, she's the one who pulled the plug on it.
Yeah.
But
so she might have.
Apparently, Brie wants to kill him, and I can't blame her. I cannot fucking blame her.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't want to see her sister being hurt.
Yeah.
And I could totally get that.
I just hope
I'd be pissed off too if that was my sister, and I want to fucking kill him.
Yeah.
She said that Brie said that she kept like putting John first, and he didn't put Nikki first. John put John first instead.
Yeah.
And then what closer it got towards the wedding, he became a selfish, egotistical prick.
Yeah. You could kind of see, I would say too, like, you could kind of see that he is kind of a selfish, egotistical prick with the way he cuts his promos and stuff now too. Like, you can see, like, it's more of the real John Cena now.
Yeah.
Why can't he just turn heel? Really? Why at this point in his life, in WWE's life, can't he just turn heel? They don't need him as a face anymore. And the fact is, you know what? John Cena's career isn't over. If he turns heel right now, he gets the same treatment Hulk Hogan in. He gets a revival. Yeah, he gets a huge wave of momentum transferred over to him. And you can say that's selfish, that he's taking away the spotlight from the younger guys. Good, because that's what a good heel should do. They should do anything.
It would be. It actually would. That would make sense though. Like if you do it that way.
Yeah.
Especially too, because everyone legitimately like hates this guy now too.
Yeah, and have him come out and say like, "I want to take the spotlight from the younger talent." Like literally, have him.
You could say like they can't lace my boots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't deserve my spotlight.
Yeah, something like that.
It makes sense.
And then, obviously, another thing we said we would do is we would break down this Greatest Royal Rumble show, say what the matches are so far. We're not going to do predictions for them, but we'll just say the matches.
We'll just say that the matches, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to take me a few minutes because I forgot we were doing that. But this is what we call Owen Finch not prepared.
That's nothing new.
Nothing new. All right. So, yeah, we have a lot of matches on this show so far. The first, so I'll be honest, I am pretty excited about this show, but this is a very weird show. I don't know if the WWE really should have done business with these people, especially since they won't let the woman go over there and wrestle. So that's definitely interesting, and I had this is a very weird show because like if you and I wanted to go, Chris, for example, and we were actually there, we couldn't just buy if we wanted to buy a ticket for just for us to go, we wouldn't get the good seats. We would get the nosebleed seat.
It's as Spider-Man once said, everybody gets one.
Yep. So this is a very strange show, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this show plays out on TV.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the match. Probably that's the most controversial match on this show, and that's the casket match between Undertaker and Rusev. This match has been changed.
Or Chris Jericho. Or Rusev.
This match has been changed. This match has been changed 3 times now. I'm overall, I guess, looking forward to seeing how this match is going to work. it will definitely kind of give us more of a knowledge about how Taker is physically because he will actually probably be working a full match now. So
yeah. I know it seems like obvious that Taker will probably just pick up the win here, right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
he could lose. He could technically lose as a way to write him out for a while.
It's not like it would really hurt him if he loses because he wouldn't get pinned or submitted. He'd just be put in a casket. So
yeah, pretty much.
John Cena versus Triple H. Have no interest in this match. This match we've seen 1,000.
Wait, that's a match?
Yeah, it is a match.
Yep.
What?
Hey, didn't know that?
I totally forgot that was on the card.
Yeah, this is on the card. John Cena versus Triple H. Really don't have any interest in this match. We've seen this match a dozen times. I think and the matches really aren't particularly all that great.
Yeah.
It's like they just, I don't think they have I think they had, the best match I think they've had was at Night of Champions in 2008. That's probably, but that match was just good. Not really anything special. So
Yeah.
Whatever. Obviously we don't know what the match is going to be, but the Cruiserweight Championship match between Cedric Alexander and TBD. If it's
what a great match.
Huh?
Hubba.
That TBD, Chris, he's a very good wrestler, you know.
He is very.
I know, yeah, he's always on there.
But he's so good too. He gets. I don't know. Would you really call him a good wrestler though? Because he always gets kicked off the card every. He gets kicked off the card at every pay-per-view.
Oh no, yeah.
Like there was
Nicholas got him kicked off for Christ's sake.
I know that at Survivor Series, Chris, there was a lot of TBDs on that show, and they all were kicked off.
How dare they?
That poor TBD. But then, no, anyhow, I expect this probably to either be Drew Gulak or Mustafa Ali. And if it's and no matter what, I think we'll get a really good match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I expect. I'm going to be honest though, this match might not be all that long because of all the other matches that are on the show.
It's a stack card.
Yeah. Then we have the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match: the Bludgeon Brothers versus the Usos. I'll say this match either will be really good or just good because the Bludgeon Brothers could just squash them, which I really wouldn't mind because they're awesome. So
yeah, I love the Bludgeon Brothers.
Lose. Vacant Raw Tag Team Championship match: Bray Wyatt and Woken Matt Hardy versus the Bar. This match should be really good, and obviously we know Woken Matt and the Bar will win. No, Woken Matt and Bray Wyatt are winning, not the
Woken Matt and the Bar.
Yeah,
what a team.
No, Bray Wyatt and Woken Matt Hardy are winning because now the Bar's on SmackDown, and they're not going to take the Monday Night Raw Tag Team Championships to SmackDown. It's pretty self-explanatory. They could, but they won't. Unless they lose. Unless they lose.
They're not telling you anything you don't already know.
Then we have a United States Championship match: Jeff Hardy versus Jinder Mahal. I don't care.
I want Jeff to kick his ass. That's all I have to say.
I want Jeffrey to kick his ass. I want Jeffrey to win.
Then we have the rematch from WrestleMania, the WWE Championship match: AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This match I think is going to be very interesting because now that Nakamura is a heel, it's going to be interesting to see how this match will work.
Yeah.
And I think this match will be much better because the crowd's not going to be burnt out this time. Hopefully, anyways.
Hopefully, yeah.
Maybe.
Although this is going to be a different crowd though, because this isn't a going to be that normal wrestling crowd because it's going to be a Saudi Arabia crowd, so we don't really know what the reaction would be. So.
Yeah, it's true.
Then we have a ladder match for the Intercontinental the WWE Intercontinental Championship, not the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. Even though they've announced that this match is happening, but they really haven't announced it on like actual WWE television. So I don't even know if this match is happening. Seth Rollins versus Prince Devitt versus Roman Reigns. No, not Roman Reigns. Samoa Joe.
Yes, versus Roman Reigns.
No. Let me say it again. Seth Rollins versus Prince Devitt versus Samoa Joe versus The Miz.
Versus Roman Reigns.
No Roman Reigns.
For the Roman Reigns Championship.
For the Roman
Championship. If that was a champion,
Roman Reigns wins.
The Roman
Reigns picture of Roman and his 2 daughters on the side plates.
But overall, I think this would be a really good ladder match if it does happen. And then we have the steel cage match for the WWE Universal Championship. Yep. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. No interest.
A lot of interest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, honestly.
We'll see.
I kind of want Roman to win the title for all the right reasons.
So, then we have the greatest Royal Rumble match, which is going to be 50 men, which is going to be interesting to see how that works.
I wonder if they're going to top it and put 60 men in the actual Royal Rumble.
They could. And here's who's
they can't have that in a different country.
And here's who's in it.
They can't have a different country have the greatest.
Yes. All right, but here's who's in it. SmackDown's Daniel Bryan. Monday Night Raw's Big Show. Monday Night Raw's Braun Strowman. Monday Night Raw's Kurt Angle, which is cool. Monday Night Raw's Apollo Crews. Monday Night Raw's Titus O'Neil. Monday Night Raw's Elias.
So it's just a Monday Night Raw Battle Royal.
Not yet. No, there's more SmackDown guys in here. But Monday Night Raw's Goldust. Monday Night Raw's Mojo Rawley.
Monday Night Raw again.
Yep, you're right, Chris. Monday Night Raw, Dolph Ziggler. Monday Night Raw is Baron Corbin.
Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night. Yeah, can you imagine Monday Night Raw in this battle royal?
It's just Monday Night Raw.
The logo comes to life and walks down to the ring.
Monday Night Raw
logo. Yeah, the one that Sabu almost died off of.
Monday Night Raw's Chad Gable. SmackDown's.
Hey, we're a SmackDown guy again.
SmackDown's Big E. SmackDown's Kofi Kingston. SmackDown's Xavier Woods.
You could do the New Day.
Could have, but I didn't. SmackDown's Shelton Benjamin. SmackDown's Sin Cara. And I don't think he's on SmackDown, but it says it here. SmackDown's Chris Jericho. But I call bullshit on that.
No, that is true because he was on SmackDown before that.
Okay, so let's say, how about this? SmackDown and New Japan's Chris Jericho. How about that?
Your boyfriend? Your boyfriend, New Japan Chris Jericho?
Apparently.
In love with that New Japan Chris Jericho. You know he's done in New Japan.
No, he's not done. He'll be back.
No, he said he's done.
Then why would he attack Taisuya Naito then?
I don't know. He's done.
It felt like it. He looked at him the wrong way.
He called him a gaijin, and he didn't like it.
He clearly told him to never look him in the eye, and he looked him in the eye.
You don't ever want to look somebody in the eye that tells you not to.
It's true.
He clearly called him a stupid American, but he's actually Canadian.
Yeah. All right.
And he's actually American too.
Should we end this off because we talked about everything?
If you want to end it off.
Oh yeah. So Scott Steiner.
Oh yeah.
Has returned to Impact Wrestling
again.
Yes, he is Eli Drake's tag team partner.
I did hear about that. Yes.
Yep.
And I guess that we haven't really discussed this on camera yet, even though Alberto El Patron has been fired from Impact Wrestling.
Yes, he has.
Because
he no-showed the Lucha Underground event.
But I think he said the reason he said he didn't show up was because he had a family issue or something.
Yeah, I'm sure he said that. I don't know if I believe him though.
I don't believe that either.
Let me think if there's any other wrestling news.
What's that?
That article you sent me, Chris. So you want to discuss the article because I'm not going to read it word for word.
Okay, so there's a little. I got to pull it up first, but there's a little interesting little thing that happened at the Performance Center. That's been happening at the Performance Center for the past number of years. A fan, I'll pull up his name here real quick as this page loads on me. Come on, you stupid fuck. Armando Montalevo, who's been harassing WWE since 2015. It's the same fucking person. According to court documents, Montalvo smeared his own feces all over the walls of the WWE training center in Orlando back in July of 2015. So he grabbed his own shit, put it in his own fucking hands, and rubbed it and smeared it on the walls. That's fucking gross.
You guys want to hear a
continued
funny
his
story
bizarre
about,
campaign against the company the following days, wearing makeshift wrestling costumes, banging on the doors, and threatening staffers. He's that guy who got fucking arrested and tased.
You guys want to hear a funny story about?
And it's still this story gets better.
So there's more. There's more.
It gets way better. In March of 2018, Montalvo again surfaced at a WWE event in Florida, making harassing employees, screaming, "My new wrestling nickname is Generation Flex because my dick and balls is bigger than Generation X." They got scared, so they put a restraining order on him and says WWE says Montalvo has also threatened to use his own semen in a biological attack.
What?
What is he gonna do? Come on the building? That's the fucking funniest story I've ever heard.
In a sense,
Right.
I kind of would like to see him get hired to the company now and make a storyline out of this, but
he just comes on all the walls.
All right, I want to say this first. Nathan Redder, you're clearly a troll. See you later.
Okay. So, WrestleMania Sunday, I'm walking down Bourbon Street, and there's this big crowd of people, and there's some guy dressed up as Mick Foley, and he's got a Mr. Sacco on, and they're shouting, eat it at someone. So I look down, and this is big horse shit on the street.
Oh,
and the dude dressed up as Mick Foley takes Sacco, dips it in the shit, picks it up, goes over to someone, grabs them by the neck, and just sockos them with the shit down their throat.
Oh, that's gross.
And I was like, oh my god, it was fucking disgusting.
Oh,
we're not.
He's gonna shit sock.
We're not doing that. If we go next year, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing that. Because they were just like they were pointing at us and like, hey, you guys gonna eat it? And I'm like, nope, I'm good. And then,
I don't know why that even be a thing.
Here's my
what type of fucking weird fetishes do they have down in fucking New Orleans where they eat shit?
So here's my last little thing for the night. All right, so
okay, and then we'll end it off.
All right, so Sunday night. It's 3 a.m. My brother and I are having fun on Bourbon Street, just getting out of a wrestling bar. So we're just walking down. We decide, we're kind of hungry. We've just been drinking all night. We haven't had anything to eat. They have a burger joint that's open 24/7. Great. So we pop in, order some burgers, and we're just sitting waiting for them to cook it. And there's 2 ladies come up and sit next to us. I told Chris this story.
Yeah, you told me this story, yeah.
Yeah, you haven't told me that yet.
They sat across the table from us. They're like, oh, hey, how you guys doing? I'm like, oh, we're doing good. You here for WrestleMania? Yeah. Because we have the WrestleMania shirts on. Duh. They're like, oh, where you guys staying? Oh, we're staying at the Drury Inn. Oh, cool. What floor? 4. Oh, no kidding. What room number? 415. No kidding. So are we. $200. And me and my brother's looking at each other like, so we get the food. And my brother's like, what do you think, Steve? I just look in the bag and go, nah, we're gonna stick with the burgers. Yeah, so, they were not happy with my decision, to say the least.
I can see.
Yeah, I think
they wanted some of that Coke dick.
I think I made the right decision though, because I'm sure that tasted better than them. So you know what? Whatever.
They wanted some of that Coke dick.
Yeah, and I just wanted my freaking burger. So
yeah, apparently.
I couldn't blame you. At 3 a.m, and I was fucking in the midst of having a good time. I'd choose the fucking burger over those sluts any day of the week.
Me too.
That's not a James situation, though.
Oh, who's that?
That's
Shadow
true.
Man
No one knows the fuck that is anymore.
Shadow Man number 9, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that human.
Who owns that company? Me and you quit last night.
We're done.
Oh, you mean Wywa?
Yep, we quit.
You know, people who were in it, like 90% of the people in it, aren't even from Weymouth.
So I think we're good for the night.
All right. Does anyone have anything they want to promote?
Yes. Fire Pro Wrestling World comes out on PS4 this summer. Get it, and you can face one of us.
Yeah,
One of us.
That's gonna be our promotion this summer. I don't know.
Chris, do you have anything you want to promote?
What do I want to plug? I don't know. Watch our fucking live that we did yesterday. I guess.
My 300 subscriber shout out video that was nothing but a troll.
Tomorrow, also too, look out on Owen the Talkinator, because there's about to be an interesting video being posted.
Steve, you can join in if you want to.
I may.
I'm gonna tell you what the video is when we go off air, but you won't know.
It's gonna be interesting. So hit the bell icon.
Well,
And I said this 467,000 times, but CM Brothers will be taking over. It will be called something gaming. I have no fucking clue because that other thing doesn't work anymore.
Oh, so CM Brother, we're gonna change the channel completely.
That's gonna be our gaming channel, like it was to begin with.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna probably post other videos other than that because that's what it was for originally.
That's our fucking gaming channel.
So no more other videos on there.
No more other videos.
I gotta move.
Gaming videos.
Speaking of gaming, at some point we shall do an episode where we play something. I'm thinking possibly SmackDown versus Raw, the original.
I've gutsed it. I just gotta get new controllers though.
All right, I got controllers.
All right, then obviously for me, you can also subscribe to this channel and click on the bell so that way every single time I decide to randomly post like 3 videos a day, you'll get the notifications on your phone. You'll get so annoyed you'll crack your phone.
Yes.
All right, everyone. All right, we're ending this off. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
Chris, say bye. Chris? Are you having technical issues?
He's dead.
I don't think Chris wants to say bye to anyone. See you later, everyone. Even though I won't.
Bye!
All right, there you go. All right, see you later.
Good night.